I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
Welcome to another edition. Yeah. I gotta do this video real quick. You see, BGS really want my attention so bad, right? And it's not just BGS. Femi from the chat, I think it was Femi or May. One of them went on my comment section about 2 days ago or 3 days ago and asked me about this statue of the black woman in New York, and then V Dub Boogie, shout out to V Dub. V Dub was mentioning to me on another live stream I did, talking about people going crazy about the statue in New York. I'm trying to figure out what's the big deal about this statue. What's the problem with the statue? But anyway, I'm going to show you something because BBGS really wants my attention so damn bad. So in this video, I'm going to show you your boy B just kept on tagging me and tagging me. He been tagging me, ever since the election. And let me go ahead and drop this down real quick. Let me drop this overlay down because B just might have a hard on. No homo. He has a hard on tagging me, right? So I'm trying to figure out why, in the description box, if you see the description box and the link to the video that B just made is in my description box. But if you look at the description box and if you look closely, he tagged me, tagged Mr. Z Black Effect, and tagged that sad Negro by the name of Edward Anderson. And he's over here talking about, and it's on his Black Pill Diagnostics channel. This Negro is still, well, I don't know what to tell y'all. But anyway, let me do this now. Now, before I play the video, I'm gonna play the video, but like I said, I'm gonna respond to this, and yes, I'm gonna play this video real quick, and I'm gonna respond to it because this is fair use and criticism and comment. The Copyright Act, right? Section 107 of the 1976 Copyright Act, right? Yada 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 yada. But anyway, let's go ahead and play this. So I'm going to respond to y'all's master teacher. I'm gonna respond to y'all's the master teacher of the Black Manosphere. Okay, we're gonna respond to this, right? Cause I already showed you that he be tagging me in his titles and in the comment section, and even not comment section, in his what you call it, the description box. Anyway, here. Let me just let me skip the intro, the Star Wars intro.
I don't understand what's the problem. Y'all talking about her. She looked like your mother. She looked like your mother, your aunties, your cousins, your nieces. Any black woman in your family, she looked like me. I am very happy that she's there. She's very intimidating. When you walk by her, you just gotta respect her.
Oh yeah. Though we have an ad. And just wait for the ad. And there's the reason why I put it up because the ads. All right. Anyway, let's keep playing.
You don't laugh at her. And the only person that should really be mad is a black woman. And we're not mad. They see us every single day when they go to work.
Now, let me take the overlay down for a minute, right? Let's look at the statue, right? What about the statue? What about it? Is a black woman with braids. She wearing a shirt, look like a t-shirt, and she's wearing pants, and she wearing some shoes. Where is the offensive? What's so offensive about it? I'm scratching my head, and quite frankly, I don't give 2 ounces of a fuck about the statue, right? But since B just want to tag me, and since people are requesting me to talk about it, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it because B just has a hard on about the statue. And some of the things he said is so stupid. Like, nigga, we're gonna play this. But anyway, I'm gonna put the overlay back up. Yeah, I'm gonna put the overlay back up because we got yeah. Anyway, play this.
They see us. She's us. And she's black. And she's tired. We are tired. You didn't think we was tired?
I'm so tired of y'all. This reason why they should never give black people the internet. Nobody wants to hear y'all's trauma. Because we black, we supposed to be in trauma all the time. Because we're black, we supposed to be engaging in negativity 24/7. Nobody want to hear that shit every day. And I'm talking to the woman who's making a video about the statue.
That's art. If you cannot understand how artistic and creative that statue is, kick rocks. That's art. Black women are art. Whether she had an afro puff or a dress on with a push-up bra, she's still gonna be there. They chose us before they put a 12-foot man. That's good. They would have never did that. New York is really lit. I love my city. I love my city. We used to have colonizers and slave owners as statues on 14th Street, Union Square, and 42nd Street. They had George Washington, Abraham Lincoln. We yanked them bitches down. Now there's George Floyd and that black lady. Love it. Anytime somebody fixed their teeth to say something disrespectful about a black woman, is your statue there? I don't see a statue that look like you there. I'm cool with that statue. That's power. A lot of people love us.
Wait. That's not really power because the person the statue is about is a non-descriptive of who this person is. It's just a statue of an unnamed, non-descriptive person. And it doesn't show who this person have done or what accolades. It's just a statue. So how is that powerful? In order to have power, there has to be some accolades behind the deeds and the glory of that person. So I don't see the power in that. I don't. All right. Forgive me. I really don't care about, whatever, whatever. I'm indifferent about the statue.
A lot of people love us. We fit the beauty standard. Companies love us. We make things shake. We make things sell. So yeah, put the statue up. Put some more. I don't give a damn if that lady was missing a leg, if she was in a wheelchair. She's me. I'm black and I'm proud.
And you know how sometimes if you sleep on something long enough, it'll come to you. It'll come to you in a dream. How you want to talk about something. Now, my subs and you guys have been.
Your subs are your sycophants, VJs. See, the people who sub to your channel, who back y'all, they're sycophants, VJs, because you be lying so much. You be telling the truth about some things, but then you sprinkle lies up in it, and nobody over there would call you out. They're either too dumb not to notice, or they so shiftless they refuse to call your ass out for those lies that you sprinkle into into what is true, like the Monahan report. Anyway, let's keep it moving.
Wanted me to talk about the statue of the black woman that's in Times Square.
Factor clearly gets active.
Ads. These damn ads. Yeah. That's why I had the thing up. No, don't worry.
Some people are laughing. Some people are angry. Some people are uplifted by it. Yada yada yada. That's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And but most people are not going to see it the way I'm going to see it. And I know most people on both sides are not going to agree with my take. But this is an honest take after sleeping upon it. And it's something I felt when I first saw the statue. So
sleep on before the pill or after, before the sleeping pill or after the sleeping pill? I'm just wondering.
Here goes. What did I see when I actually looked at that statue and I saw what I saw? I actually was saddened because in my estimation, that is the modern black woman on display. Frumpy, overweight, insecure.
Wait, stop. Grumpy, overweight, insecure. So let me knock this overlay down. Gotta knock this overlay down. And overweight, a size 10, maybe. A size 8, a size 10. How's that overweight? Oh, I get it. European beauty standards, are we talking about a woman should wear a size 4? BGS, is that, I'm just saying, at least she ain't naked. At least she ain't got no tattoos. At least she ain't got no weave in her head. At least it's braided up. The things that you Negroes over there in the black manosphere would in this word, in this case, trying to shame, blame, and explain. Right? That's what y'all do. So what's the difference? It's a black woman wearing a t-shirt and some pants on and some shoes on. What's there to shame, blame, explain about? I don't see no tattoos on her. She ain't pregnant. She ain't saying men ain't shit. So why are you complaining about it? What's so sad about this? About this, BGS? But anyway, let's let me do some respect. Let's pop this back up.
Master Yao has always said that the black woman is an emotional masochist, the permanent victim, the permanent woman that thinks she's unseen. Now, I was listening to Dr. Sabrina Strings. I've heard her.
Wait, whoa, stop. Hold on. So you get your cues from a woman who is black? The same woman that you said is a masochist? The same person you said that is a masochist, you get your cues and your talking points from. Then by that logic, you are the gynocracy. So by that logic, BJS, you are the gynocracy. You can't complain about the gynocracy and then you took an advice and cues from a person who practiced the guy who is gynocratic. Make sense out of that, BJS. Real talk.
Pasted some things from her, and I wanted to know exactly where she's coming from and what she actually thought, what she actually felt, why she believed what she believed, and why was she so angry with men and black men in particular.
Wait, hold on. Let's talk about this real. Yeah, Angelica said, did he say something about the permanent victim? Yeah, the permanent victim. Wait a minute, hold on. Let's talk about this permanent victim, Angelica. Black woman won't let me lead. The black woman won't submit. Black women took away our voice for the past 40, 50 years. Oprah Winfrey did this, and Ricky Lake did that. Sally Jesse Raphael did jumping jacks. Woo. But yet he talking about black women are the permanent victim. Again, the logic, right? The logic of what he just said about the statue. Trying to shame, blame, and explain. He over there trying to shame, blame, and explain about a statue that nobody, for all intents and purposes, don't give two flying fucks about. Okay? He over there trying to shame, blame, and explain. This is sad. This is sad. It's sad. And let me try to find the right yeah, hold on. I gotta find the right thing here. Yeah, here we go. I'll go ahead and put this up. I'll put this up. Shame, blame, explain. Okay, he's trying to shame. He's trying to SBE the statue. That's your boy BJ. He's trying to shame, blame. Yeah, what the fuck the statue has to do with him? Right, exactly. Angelica, you gotta listen to to some of this shit he's saying. It makes absolutely no sense. He's trying to shame, blame, and explain this statue in New York. Nobody gives a fuck about this shit. He's too busy trying to shame, blame, and explain. Anyway, let's keep it moving.
And I realized that the first thing she said is that black women, especially, are not sufficiently white, which means black women don't believe that they measure up to whatever standard that's in their head. And they do all kinds of things to dress it up. They get butt injections. They protest on TV. They get hair extensions, color contacts, bleaching cream.
Wait a minute. But white women, see, as a person who dealt with white women wear weave. What are you talking about? White women get hair extensions. White women protest too. What are you talking about, BJS? Huh? What are you talking about? Why are you trying to SBE, shame, blame, and explain? Explain this, BJS.
All kinds of stuff to cover up not what we see, but cover up what they see in the mirror. In the end, they become exactly what they are inside.
And that is?
Eventually, your inside will catch up with your outside. And this has been inside the black woman forever.
Wait. This has been inside the black woman forever. What about women like, I don't know, Pam Grier, women like Josephine Baker, what's that woman from 1960s? She was like the black version of or no, what about Eartha Kitt, who was on Batman? She played Catwoman. What about Dorothy Dandridge, who I can consider the black version of Marilyn Monroe? What are you talking about, BGS? Them video vixens of the day. What are you talking about?
And all I'm seeing now with modern black women and with the statue is that her inside is catching up with her outside. No matter how pretty she may be, or she may appear to be, or you may try to be, or what her claims is, smartest, the most educated, I'm the most dominant, the most moral, the prettiest, the people try to be like me, they try to copy me, with white women trying to steal my swag and my style.
Right.
Those are all projections. Those are all projections of what she wants to be or what she wants to believe about herself.
Okay, then what about the projections that black men do, or in this case, the black men that follow you, What about their projections? You know, this being a victim of being this permanent victimhood that like a black one won't let you lead, she won't submit. These 20 years of these dumbass talking points by men who are over the age of 50. Oh no, scratch that. Men are over the age of 40 still being mad about some high school shit.
Because she actually doesn't. She doesn't believe that about herself. What she believes about herself, which is why they're so quiet about the statue. You notice most black women have not really said anything about the statue. Some might come out and they.
The reason why most black women ain't talking about the statue, because a lot of black women don't give a fuck, and second of all, this is a New York thing, so I would surmise, BJS, that people don't care what goes on in New York like that, because some of us are in Florida, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama. Some of us is in your state of California. Some people are in Chicago. Some people are in Gary, Indiana. Some of us are in Nashville or Memphis. We don't give a fuck about a statue that means nothing. And I mean, and particularly, especially women. I don't see no women in my household, or in my family, I should say, talking about the statue. I go to any black website, these black newspaper workers, they ain't talking about this stupid ass statue. What are you talking about? What's so important about it?
Like, give a performance. For the most part, black women have not said anything about the statue. Why? It's because they know what it is. They know what it is.
Really?
Any other
So,
time,
really. So, are you reading minds here? Maybe because black women ain't saying anything because that's an average looking black woman as a statue. It's a statue of an average black woman. What's so whoopity doo? Be just whoopity doo. Whoopity doo. Who cares? But you tagged me about this statue. That's why I'm making a video.
they'd be angry, but they know what it is.
Uh-huh.
And basically, it's come from a black man that's not from this country. He has depicted what he sees from the average black woman. That's what.
Really? Oh, and Angelica, I'm glad you brought that up. What about the Statue of Liberty? Well, isn't the Statue of Liberty about black women? So anyway, so by that logic, how come though? Yeah, you know what? I'll bring this up. And I'm glad, Angelica, you here. So technically, we already got the Statue of Liberty. So right, Angelica, but you don't hear BJS talk about the Statue of Liberty. You don't hear him talk about the Statue of Liberty. How come he ain't talking about that part? No, hold on. Southern Breeze said she could use a nice pair of earrings and bling it up a bit. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. Let's keep it moving.
He picked this shape. That's why he picked those clothes. That's why he picked that look. Because that's who black women see themselves as, especially the modern black woman.
Wait. So because she's shaped like that, well, that's average woman. That look like a woman like 30-some years old. And not every woman is a size 8. BGS. Not every woman is supposed to be a size 8 and below. What's the point? It's realistic. Over the course of years, though, we have this beauty standard where women are supposed to be this, they're supposed to look like some Greek goddess, and she's supposed to have this, she's supposed to shape like a Coke bottle, and she's supposed to be half-ass naked. What's the point? But y'all the same niggas that are mad at Sexy Red. Y'all mad at Gorilla. You're mad at Little Kim. Y'all mad at Nicki Minaj. You're mad at what's her name? You're mad at all these other female rap artists and actresses that show a little bit too much skin or show too many that have too many tattoos and all of that, and fake hair and fake weave and extensions and long eyelashes and fake eyelashes and all that. That's an average black woman. And what's so important, BJ? Why are you so offended?
This is the way she sees herself. This is the way things appear to her. They just do. She's not shaped sufficiently well. She's not sufficiently desired. She doesn't have the look that she desires. She wants to be Nordic. She wants to have the blonde hair, long blonde hair, the blue eyes, the sufficiently white skin. She wants to be thin, white, and compliant, as Sabrina String says. That.
Wait, stop. We got to. Let me go ahead and drop this. I wish I had this queued up, but there was a video where BGS was comparing. BGS was making a video with Kevin Samuels, and they was talking about how and I just reminded myself I need to do that video about BJ's lying on Kevin Samuels. I got to do that about since this is the third anniversary since last week or so was the third anniversary of Kevin Samuels' death, untimely death. I forgot to do that video because, but anyway, speaking about that, I digress. But anyway, BJS sit there and talk about women from Colombia and women from Latino women is better than black women because blah 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 and black and then the BJS told Pure Butterfly Spirit that white women is going to absorb the leftovers of black men. And Pure Butterfly Spirit told him that's bullshit. No, white women for the most part want white men. They don't want black men. And now somebody who had been in an interracial relationship, I can tell you, that's not a flex. All right, white women ain't chasing after black men like that. Even if she desire black men, most of them are not trying to say yes because of the cultural ramifications that she might endure. See, but you're just a baby boomer who's jealous of millennials and Zoomers. That's what it is, OBJs. You mad at Zoomers, you mad at a Generation Y, millennials. And you don't even know the psyche of the modern woman because you're not modern. You're not modern. So what the fuck you talking about? But anyway, hold on. Oh, why does your penis need to get a semi in order to justify the existence of a statue? This is that weird ass logic I keep seeing, but right. This is sick. So he's mad that the statue isn't attractive. You know what, Angelica? We might want to call this statue sexuals. Now we got ourselves heterosexual, homosexual. We got transsexual. I guess now we got statue sexual. So therefore, by this video, BJS is now a statue sexual. It kind of reminded me of that movie. There was a movie made in the 1980s, and Angelica, you around my age, right? You about my age. So there was a movie made in the 1980s where a man was in a mall and a mannequin comes to life and he fell in love with this mannequin and the mannequin it comes to life and him and the mannequin was dating. And you remember that movie? It kind of reminded me of BBGS because he reminded me of a lonely guy who's a security guy at a shopping mall, and he fell in love with this mannequin. The mannequin came to life, and then him and his mannequin kept on. Yeah, okay. Remember the movie? Yeah, this is what BJS reminded me of. That movie that was made in the 1980s. Yeah. The mannequin, the mannequin, and the man. That's the movie. That's the movie. I think that's the movie. Yeah, part 2. That's the movie. Yeah, the old 1980 movies. Yeah. How the hell, man? You try to. Oh man, this statue gives me a hard on. What? This statue's too fat. This statue got braids. Man, this statue got. But you. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, let me griff. I got the griff, y'all. I got the griff. Y'all know what to do. I'm going to Griff. Yes, I'm going to Griff. Cash at me for, I'm not asking y'all. I'm not begging y'all. But if y'all want to, you can go. You can go right ahead and cash at me if y'all want. Yeah, because I'm going to Griff. I'm going to Griff. And this right here is so comical to me. But anyway, put the overlay back up. And put the overlay back up so we can continue. Right? Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah. Let me put this down real quick. It's nasty work, BJS. You sexualizing a statue. Who does this?
She's supposed to be, right? But she's not. She's loud. She's overweight. She's obnoxious. She's dark. And no.
Wait. Whoa, hold on. Stop it. Stop. He said the statue is. Now I know you're not talking about the statue, but it's loud, obnoxious. It's dark skinned. Well, yes, of course the statue is dark. You Negro. Of course the statue is dark. It's made out of granite or some old shit, or some black stone or some shit. So of course, yeah, a statue sexual. BJS just tell the world he's not a heterosexual man. He's a statue sexual. Well, I'll be damned, y'all. I'll be damned. But let's keep it moving.
They looked at themselves that way, and it's so almost in a negative way. They've embraced it. They're not compliant. They're not nice. They're not sweet.
Oh, really?
They're combative.
Really?
They're loud.
Mm-hmm.
They're obnoxious.
Right.
They're harsh.
Right. Really? Okay. Hold on. I got to do this. So BJ, so when was a statue being loud? When was the last time a statue was being obnoxious? When was a statue being? Is it an animated object? So how can it be loud and obnoxious, rude and mean? BJS. How you got all these feelings in his 18-minute video about a statue being mean? And being mean and dark skin. So the statue of him is a symbol of a stereotypical black woman. This guy is traumatized. Yeah, some of us see these niggas need to have a psychologist and get the fuck off the line. Angelica, this statue sexual ass nigga come trying to shame, blame, explain a statue for not being skinny enough, not being sexual enough. What? Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's keep this moving. Let's keep this moving, y'all. I got to do it. No, you know what? Let me go ahead and knowing how YouTube is, let me change it back to the copyright.
And sometimes even violent, which is something they project out on to the men. Which is why most black women love thugs, as we call them. They love violent men because that reflects who they are.
Really, black women love thugs. Black women. Well, okay, BJS. Okay, BJS. I'm going to dissect and deconstruct this real quick. So, black women love thugs, right? Well, what about Jesse James, Frank James, Billy the Kid, Bonnie and Clyde? We're talking about Clyde from Bonnie and Clyde, and John Dillinger. Those men are idolized by white, Caucasian, European women. Elvis Presley was seen as a bad boy in 1950s when it comes to rock and roll. The Beatles was seen as the quote unquote anti-establishment. They're seen as bad. White women fawned over them. White women fawned over Kiss, even though Kiss is satanic. The S in the word Kiss, one of the S's in the word Kiss it says the word Satan. You go to the grunge part of rock, the grunge shit. They talk about the devil and paganism and God isn't real, fuck Jesus, blah 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 blah, right? So women flock to those. White women do. So what are you talking about, BJS? See, aren't you the one projecting here? Because you told Pure Butterfly Spirit that white women is going to absorb black men. Let's keep it moving.
Everything that black women choose reflects who they are. They'd rather go out and dine and eat and gorge themselves rather than get in the gym and get in shape and get their body right. They'd rather watch a reality show with women fighting each other and arguing each other and going back and forth rather than reading a book.
Whoa, stop it right there. Stop it. I know BJS did not just say that, right? So he's saying black women should read a book because they pay too much attention to reality TV shows and black women play or violent, right? I hate to inform BGS, but what is The View? Isn't The View a bunch of cackling ass, annoying ass women? And I know people gonna say, "Well, Big J, what about Whoopi Goldberg and the Hosteen girl? What's her name? That Hosteen woman?" Yeah, but The View was created by Barbara Walters, and The View, the late great Barbara Walters, and she was a white woman. And she got other white women who was cackling and saying a lot of dumbass shit too. You got Joy Behar over there. So what are you talking about, BJS? Huh? What are you talking about? And speaking of overweight women, wait a minute. There's a lot of overweight white women. America is an overweight country where people are not meeting the standards when it comes to obesity. How come you ain't talking about that, BGS? America across the board has an issue with obesity and being in shape. And see, hold on. And since we talk reading the book part, right? BGS, who is the most educated? No, scratch that. Let's not go there. Who attended the most universities and college? Black men or black women? Oh, black women. So therefore, in order to attend more, most likely if you're attending school more than men, therefore that means you read more. And how can you just say what you just said when black women have a better vocabulary than black men on YouTube? If you go on these panels, black women have more vocabulary words than you Negroes who like to shame, blame, and explain all the time.
Rather than talk about philosophy. They'd rather see their kids entertained in sports or dance or sing or even other kind of.
How much should
it's a known as ad. And that's why I have to overlay up.
Other kind of performance art that makes them laugh and it tickles them. Rather than seeing a kid be a scientist or an engineer or philosopher or politician.
Wait, stop. Who told you this? Who told you this? Now, I never was told, oh, this being sports. I never told to. to focus on music. I never was told to focus on this, that, and third. You know, I was told to read books. I was told to do X, Y, and Z. So what? You know, come on now, BGS.
They'd rather see their boys go to prison and go to jail or go into the street or go on drugs rather than see them be Barack Obama.
and you was the one. You was the one who was bashing Obama. You was the one sitting there disrespecting Obama's wife. Baby girl, this is sad. Yeah, it's like he living in his world of delusion, right? It's like he's living his world delusion. I'm trying to find out which black parent told. And yes, are there some? Yeah, oh yes, there are. Who told that said that their kids ain't shit? Are they? Or do they exist? Yes, but as an aggregate, no. So what is he talking about? This is what I talk. This feeds into the whole narrative of the black fatigue argument. You know,
B. Robert Smith of that ilk. Well educated, well schooled. They don't see it in their boys. In fact, they sabotage their boys. I've heard it more and more times than I can imagine. I see it.
Okay, we need actual evidence of this BJs. We need actual evidence. We need we don't need to hear. I don't want to hear no hearsay or anecdotal evidence. We need actual evidence in the sabotaging and so forth. All right.
In my own family. That's why I put out the video about the hobbling of black boys and black men. They can't allow you to be something that they don't think they can attain.
And that
they don't
is
think they can be the beauty standard. They don't think they can be sufficiently successful. So they don't want you to be. It was better to give the white woman the power and the jobs and access.
Wait, stop. Whoa. I know B just did not say that. No, hold on. Let's go back a minute. All right. Let's go back a minute. Because B just said something that was bullshit.
They don't think they can be the beauty standard. They don't think they can be sufficiently successful. So they don't want you to be. It was better to give the white woman the power and the jobs and access than you have it.
Woo! Girl, homegirl, you see this shit? Like, you actually hearing this? Huh? Black women rather give white women the good jobs. Wait a minute. B just lied, y'all. B just lied. B just said that the white man, because there was a video he did on his BJS, I think it was BJS from Women's Channel, where BJS said that when it comes about the Monahan report, he says white men should have gave black men the jobs that he gave to the white women. Let me say it again. BJS made a video about 4 or 5 years ago where he says white men should have gave black men the jobs that he gave the white women, which is jobs like secretary jobs. White men should hire black men to be secretaries and jobs that normally women do. secretaries, nurses, you know. I gotta find that video, by the way. See, this contradicts what he said over here. So now black women are hindering black boys by uplifting white women. But I thought black men were shamed for glazing at white women. Negro, pick a struggle. It's either black women is using white women to hold black men back, or is it black men you trying to hold black men back with white men? Take your pick, BBGS. Pick a struggle. This makes no sense. My God, that did not make not a plum nickel sense. And BJS, you should never tag me in this video. You should have never tagged me. You should never tag me in this shit. But like I said, you see me as a threat, BJS. You see me as a threat because I decided to jump off the cliff. You see me as an up and coming threat because you notice that I'm serious about taking down the manosphere. So, and what I'm about to do is going to be off YouTube. So therefore, this is why you tagging me. You scared, BJS. You scared. This is madness, bitch. I have no idea you suffer listening to all these Man, you need, listen, Angelica, you need the whole armor of God. Okay? You need to pray to I have to pray to God to give me the armor for me to listen to this bullshit, okay? And I'm calling it bullshit. Yeah, BJ, he likes double talk. Yeah, you're right, Dante. You're right. But let's listen more to this. It's funny.
Because they really, in their heart of hearts, don't believe that they deserve it. They don't. That's the sad part about it. That's what the statue shows me. The statue should have never been made. The statue should have never been allowed to be put up.
Okay, so I gotta ask then, what should what would you replace the statue with then? Mind you, I can care two fine fucks about the statue, but since you are hoppy mad about the statue, what in your world, in your mind, what would be the perfect statue for you? In your mind, what would be the perfect statue, BGS?
Statue should be taken down immediately. But the thing is, it can't be. Because this is their symbol. And a lot of black.
Okay, you're more worried about taking down a statue, but you ain't taking down no laws. You ain't taking down no rules. You ain't taking out, no statutes, no laws, no treaties, nothing that harm black people. You ain't taking down no barriers that might help black boys. But you worry about taking down statue. You more worry about taking down a statue rather than taking out barriers, my nigga. You ain't talking about taking down trade, not trade, economic barriers. See, I'm dissecting and deconstruct. This dissecting and deconstruction is an art form. It's an art form. He said, shows him. So go protest the statue then. Tell them to make a statue that you find. Exactly, Angelica. Exactly. And so I hope you do a live stream about this. You might want to do a live stream because this statue sexual. He's mad that the statue is not appealing to his well, I'll let the ladies use the term, but to get his jollies up. No homo, but go ahead.
And I come out and said, "This is us." They said that this is us. This is who we are. This is who we are. This is who I am without the makeup, without the extensions, without the cover-ups that I put on. This is who I am. This is who I try to hide. This is who I blame black men for making me.
Wait a minute. The guy who made the statue didn't say that. And aren't y'all the same niggas that say black women wear too much makeup? When you and Anger Man and Obsidian was together, y'all talking about how the black women wore too much hair weave. The black woman, she wore those fake ass eyelashes. She got them tiger claws on her veins. She, too many tattoos, and black women are beasts. Wait a minute, making your mind up, BGS. You want the real, authentic woman, or you want the fake woman? Come on now, BGS. Which is which?
This is why I project my feelings onto black men, and after projecting my feelings on the black men, when I do actually make them fail, what do I do? I try to bury him for it. And when he finally wises up and figures out that I'm feeding him poison, he tries to escape. What do I try to do? I try to track him down and find him so that I can continue feeding him the poison.
When my team pitched the idea, I thought it was important.
What?
Why? Because I need to transfer the poison that's in me to him. Black men have been the carriers of black women's poison for 200 years. They have. Which is
wait. So wait a minute. Black women stop. Wait a minute. So not 500 years of slavery, not 600 years of white supremacy, not colonialism, not Jim Crow, not the Black Wall Street, not the economic warfare, not redlining, not the mistreatment of black babies, the gator bait when black babies were fed to alligators and crocodiles and shit. None of that is, but the statue is a problem. So she's feeding you poison, but none of the other shit matters, right? But white people have been feeding black babies to alligators and graping your mama in front of you. No, wait a minute. In these cotton fields and tobacco fields and sugar cane fields. So all of that doesn't matter, but yet she's feeding you poison. This is how you dissect and deconstruct a video. You had no business trying to tag me in this, BGS. None.
Which is why they cannot let us go. Which is why they cannot free us. White men keep the white woman contained because they know without her they cannot project, they cannot propagate their seed and their culture into the future without her. Because black women, the thing is they can't let us go is because if we left, they would have to sit with themselves. They would have to sit with the statue. I'm surprised that there's not a statue right next to her of a black man that's even worse looking. Because if we left, if black men left, we left the culture and left the society, black women have to sit with that look. You see that woman right there in Times Square? That's her.
This is y'all's master teacher. Okay, this who y'all call y'all master teacher right here, right? This is y'all's master teacher over here. Yeah. You might want to go live about this tomorrow, because this is some bullshit.
Would have to sit with that, and she would have to figure out whether I'm going to allow this to happen, or I'm going to be this, or I'm going to be something else. And I'm going to tell you, inside jobs are much tougher than outside jobs. You can change the way you look in a couple of years. Not completely, but you can change the way you look in a couple of years. You cannot change your insides that quickly. Sometimes you can't change it at all. So when I see this statue, I am not happy. When I see the statue, I am not angry. When I see the statue, I'm not indifferent. When I see the statue, it makes me sad. Just like I'm saddened when I see a kid born with one leg or deformed. I'm saddened in that way. I'm saddened in the sense there's nothing that I can do about it. There's no way you can change the way a black woman looks at herself.
You know what? I'm not going to dig and find that with a response. I'm not going to dig and find that with a response. I know he didn't say that. We keep it moving. I ain't going to. No, I'm good.
Even though they keep making us try to do it. There are countless people all over the world trying to force black men to change how black women see themselves. I hear Sergeant Willie Pete every week say the exact same thing. He thinks that black men have the power to change the way black women look at themselves. And by extension, if we can change the way black women look at themselves, we can change the black community. But the black community, as I see it, but that is for another day. Because, I don't think people are really ready to hear what I think about the black community. Because this talk here is an extension of what I saw with the black community and how I see it.
And that's why I have a problem with Sergeant Willie Pete. I do have a problem with Sergeant Willie Pete. This is that rude Negro patho. She going after rude imp. This is that rude imp Negro pathology that burns my caps. Let me get out of there. Let me get out of there. You know what though? I'm gonna put this on that. Let me put this video on the Uncut Underground Discord. You put this in that Discord server. I'm gonna put this live stream in the Discord server. That the other live stream I just did this earlier this morning is also on Thai City's Discord server. It's on the other Discord server who I'm not going to tell you whose other Discord servers I'm putting on. Because like I said, we at war. Fuck this shit. Yeah, I can't lie. I listen to most. SWP. He needs to grow up. He needs to evolve. Everybody tried to compare me to him. Oh, Big J, you're like the southern version of SWP. No, I'm not. Because I evolve. Listen, I understand, but at some point, you got to evolve. I mean, SWP been doing this shit since 2006. Okay? Well, actually, 2007. Yeah, it's actually, SWP been around since 2007. I'm like, bruh, it's 2025, and you still own this shit? SWP, you still on this shit? Sorry with the P. That's why the nigga blocked me, because I'm tired of it. You still SBE for 20 years. You still own this shit? I evolved after 2 years. And even when I was making videos, I never really was talking about black women. I was talking about society, how society treat men, but y'all just still on the SBE shit. Am I open a panel? I might have to for at least an hour. I might have to open the panel for an hour. But let me go ahead and finish this real quick.
This is an extension of how I see the Black community, and it's not good, and it's sad. It brings a tear to my eye because the Black community
BJS, you might want to hang it up. Just hang
for
it
all
up.
its fits and starts. All you can say is about the Black community and Black people, especially in America, we tried. A noble effort. It's a noble effort. But at the end of the day, sometimes you don't make it. The heart of the Black community. She always has been. From the very beginning, when she was brought over here to birth the Black community, and she did birth it with white men's specifications, with the white slave master specification. And she has basically done that throughout the whole 20 years. She has basically followed his specifications, sometimes wittingly, sometimes unwittingly. That's where the shame comes in. She has seen what she has done. She has seen what she has wrought with this community. And she cannot bear the shame. This statue, this piece, finally has exposed the American Black woman for what she really is. It saddens me. It really does. And this is the heart of the Black community. This is why the Black community is what it is. That's why it's a dysfunctional piece of work, just like this woman here in the picture. She's a dysfunctional, you can see it. She is a dysfunctional piece of work through and through. And she stands there boldly like it's no big deal. That's why the Black community is what it is. It's a dysfunctional piece of work, just like her. She is the author. She's the architect. She's the creator. She's the beating heart of the Black community. And that, if you want to know what the Black community is in a nutshell, look at this statue.
Oh my God, my head hurt, y'all. My head hurt. Yeah, my head fucking hurts. Now, BGS, now I'm off today, right? Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot to plug up my, hold on. Do I got this plugged up? Let me see if I got this plugged up real quick. Oh shit, man. Come on, BGS. Yeah. This is depressing. This is depressing over a statue. A statue. You listen. Come on.
I know we try to project it was something that we're not, and every now and then we can shoot past it. We have our days, we have our people. But functionally, the whole Black community is exemplified in this statue. And I've been saying it for years. Sometimes through an artist's eye and an artist's mind, something, the realness and reality can be seen through a lens, through one piece. And I think as much as I don't like it, as much as I feel saddened by it, I have to agree with him. Anyhow, I know I get a whole bunch of detractors that say that I am a Debbie Downer. I am the voice of doom. And I'm supposed to be that person that uplifts the whole Black community, because that is possible. I probably could. So
Right. And I'm glad you say that, right? How are you supposed to, a teacher is supposed to teach in order to brighten up the community. Teachers don't tell students, because you call yourself the master teacher, you call yourself the master teacher, right? So if you are the master teacher, teachers don't supposed to be a Debbie Downer, BGS. A teacher is supposed to uplift their pupils, their students. They're supposed to uplift their students to a higher standard, BGS. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, yeah. The doors of the church is now open. By the way, the doors of the church is now open since Angelica said, "Are you open to Are you open up the panel?" Well. The doors of the church is open. Angelica, if you want to jump on, go ahead. I'll let you up. Anyway.
So just like Jeremiah, I'm going to go back down in my well where you thrown me, because I know that you cannot handle the truth. Can't handle it, and I know. That's why I'm in the spot that I am. That's why I'm despised, loved and despised at the same time. It's like Jeremiah was. For those people.
I mean Jeremiah or Jermaine. Is it Jeremiah or Jermaine? Is it Jeremiah or Jermaine? Oh, I'm sorry. Stop.
Are not biblical. They have no idea about who Jeremiah actually is. Go look him up. There's a reason that the Hebrews threw him in that well. And when it got so ugly and so bad, they had to go down and get him and bring him up because they needed to hear the truth. Anyhow, that's all I got for this one. We just out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Oh man, this is some heavy stuff over a statue. Over a statue. Come on, man, over a statue. But BJS, you should never listen. BJS, BJS. It's like though you want me to do this live stream because you want me to respond to this because you tag me, BJS. See, you got Edward, you got Mr. Z Black Effect, and you got me right here. You tag me, BJS. So, and you know what? Let's look at the comment section. It's so dumb. They don't even know when they're being assaulted. See, it's these sycophants I have a problem with. BJ's fans are the most. Ain't that the truth? Yep, that's the wildest part. Bingo. Oh, somebody hit the panel. Oh, that's Angelica. Okay.
Hey, good morning. Can you hear me okay?
What's going on, Angelica? Hey, yeah, I hear you.
All right. Go ahead and finish what you were saying. I'm sorry. And then I'll chime in if that's okay.
Yeah. D Nick. Wait, who called? See, somebody needed this guy named DINIC. They assault themselves every day. Nigga, you call yourself a dick. Bruh. Stop. We know what you're saying. That's some weird, let me leave that alone. Some black women are offended that the statue didn't have a bonnet. Same thing with the Woman King. The statue is the reason they're not with the athletes, the athletes on draft night. Who's going to check me boo statue? I'm a finger park a Nissan Altima next to the statue to complete the set. Again, no policies, but black women are fine with symbolism. Oh, my 72-year-old grandfather had a similar conversation. He said, look at my granddaughters, not a man in sight, but all these kids. Well, whose fault is that? The statue of struggle and defiance. This is what America thinks of them. She clearly doesn't understand mockery. Big Shirley finally made it. Her name is Big Shirley. It's damn shameful. They'll know they're being trolled. My FBA mother is 110 pounds and she wears dresses every day. She has natural hair, and the FBA husband is at 88 years old. You modern Keishas are done. Huh? SBE, shame, blame, and explain. You niggas in this comment section y'all need to touch some fucking grass. Or I tell you what, Take your black asses to the Appalachian. Go to West Virginia and stay there for like a month, and then come out and tell me what it is. Anyway, let me stop sharing this. Let me stop sharing this. Anyway, what's going on, Angelica?
Oh, I mean,
Uh oh.
it's kind of early to be well, I don't want to say triggered, but maybe perplexed by this, right? First thing is I didn't even know the fucking statue existed, right? I guess I have to look into it to figure out who the artist is. Although I don't think that
Right.
that necessarily makes a difference, but maybe to just give myself more context of why whatever his name, BGS or whatever, is so offended by this statue, right? And for two,
Mm-hmm.
like this weird thing of like sexualizing the statue, like because the statue to them is representative of like this stereotypical black woman, as if like we don't know women that look like her, aunties, cousins, mothers, right? Um, Women that
Mm-hmm.
we admire in our families that look like that woman, but because she's not, I guess, attractive,
The male
you know,
glade. Yeah.
conventionally attractive, then that therefore
Right.
means that, this woman is representative of all the bad things about Black women and Black women stereotypes. I think that mental leap to me is problematic because, like I said in the chat, if I was to see a similar statue of a Black man, just any average Black man, like not anybody super fit, not a fucking Chad or whatever they call them, but just a regular smegular Black man, my brain would think, somebody made a statue of a Black man. And that would be the beginning of it and end of it. Like, that's cool that somebody actually did that, took the time. And I would let the shit go, you know?
Mm-hmm. Right.
But this idea that because the statue looks a certain way, that it's supposed to mean all these numbers of things, like, why not actually look up the artist, see what they said, right? About why they made the statue, what this statue means to them, and then base all of your criticism off of that, off of what the artist says, right?
Right.
But instead, what we're doing is we're saying, oh, this statue is not attractive to me. It doesn't look like how I remember my great granny and in those photos of my great 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 grandmother during Jim fucking Crow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is fucking weird too. Like, because she doesn't meet the statue doesn't meet these attractiveness marks, that therefore it has to mean something negative, right? And it
Right.
kind of also has me thinking about, because I went and watched Sinners for my birthday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people had a conversation about the character Annie in the
Right.
movie. And like there was a lot of, I didn't really participate in that conversation, but I heard other people talking about, oh, Annie wasn't attractive. She looks like a mother or an aunt or something else like that. But the reality is that Black women all aren't, they're not all women are built the same way. Right. And I
Right.
thought it was cool to see representation of a love interest that wasn't like an hourglass shape. She wasn't conventionally attractive. But for men, the issue was she's not conventionally attractive. Why the fuck is she in the movie? That's what I heard.
I'm glad though. I'm glad you see. I thought that conversation about the movie Sinners. I haven't watched the movie yet. So but I thought the conversation about that is one of the dumbest conversations ever because um they act like how did Michael B. Jordan got with this is with this dark skinned woman and they don't seem to look at and I like again I'm being unfair because I ain't watched the movie yet. I ain't seen it
Mhm.
yet.
You should watch it though.
Right. So the mixed girl what's the actress name? Okay.
Yeah, I
Um
think her I don't know her actual
it's
name, but her
Mary.
character is
Okay.
Mary.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I remember her when she did the movie True Grit. She played the little girl on True Grit.
Oh, that was
The
her?
white girl? Yes, yes, yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
her.
Okay.
Yeah. So mind you, let's talk about this, right? Since you brought this up, that's a mixed girl. That girl's mixed, right? So she played a white girl. I thought she was just white, you know. No, she's actually mixed, right? And the movie was expecting her to be, if you go by the conventional Hollywood trope, the light skinned woman or the light skinned person is the what? The the good person. When she really was the vampire. Mary was the vampire, right? So it flipped the trope on its head, on the classic Hollywood trope of
Well, it
the
was it
darker the
was meant
person, the evil they are.
to pit
Right.
to for us to gaze back into like the historical context of what these people represented in that time period, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
in the case of Mary, she had a very, I guess, peculiar situation because it's like, I'll say white passing, right? Because
Right.
my maternal grandfather is white passing. Well,
Yeah.
he's not here anymore.
I have a couple of uncles who still here are white passing.
Right.
Yeah.
But because and
Yeah.
the crazy thing is that I grew up in an area close to where this movie was shot. And I think
Mm-hmm.
even growing up back then, there was kind of like this understanding that, there is a different treatment, right? Especially if you can be white passing, right? Which she is.
Mm-hmm.
She's white passing, so therefore that means that she gets access to a different, I mean, I don't want to tell the movie, but she has a different experience. She doesn't have the stereotypical and historical Black experience. And that makes a
Mm-hmm.
huge difference in the way that she interacts with the world and also how the world interacts with her. And even in the case of this statue, right? Or going back to Annie in the movie, I thought it was because we don't see this often where you have a non-conventionally attractive woman being any sort of love interest, especially in Black movies. You can see it in white movies. I mean, they'll have, I mean, what was that fucking movie? The Notebook, where the girl, she looks real homely in the face or whatever, mousy
Mm-hmm.
looking. And,
Mm-hmm.
she finds this guy and they're both kind of fucking fugly or whatever. And they like, but you see that where non conventionally attractive white people find love interest. You don't see that so much in Black films. And I thought that that was cool to have that depiction. But again, the conversations that were had out of that it was an affront to see a woman that isn't, giving dudes a fucking semi as any sort of love interest. And that to me is an indication of how men view how women should show up in the world and not necessarily women's existence, period. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, listening to this guy talk about how this statue is symbolism of all these negative things, and to me, it only is because he doesn't find this statue appealing enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like what? So I don't go through those kind of mental gymnastics, right? Where if I don't find something visually appealing or attractive or something, that means something negative about the thing. I just see it existing and I move the fuck on. But to hear and to listen to you read some of those comments about, oh, Black women don't know any better, Nissan Altimas and things like that. The reality is that we all come in different sizes, shapes, and fucking hues. And if we're
Mm-hmm.
saying that this statue is symbolism of like the worst of the worst, then I mean, anytime that we look back at old black and white photos of some of our ancestors and they're not fucking conventionally attractive, do we start, SBE in them because they don't meet this fucking physical archetype that we need? Like, what the fuck is going on here with this idea that people need to be consistently conventionally fucking attractive? Like what is the big deal with people just fucking existing? I don't see that statue and think, "Oh my god, I don't, is it the best statue I've ever seen? No. But I'm not going to start wagging my finger and saying, "Oh, if it's such a fucking problem for men, go fucking protest the statue. Go do something about it."
Right. Right. I
If it
just like
doesn't, but like the shit is dumb. Big J, that's why I said I don't know how you suffer through this because the lens of like the symbolism, right? And
mhm.
the symbolism of the statue and it, black women don't want no good for black boys and this that like what fucking rock do you live under? Because black women are not a monolith. No group is a fucking monolith.
Right. So I'm checking because like when he brought said all this shit about black boys being punished by black men, by black women trying to sabotage black boys, trying to sabotage her sons and the fathers of her children. Woo, woo, woo. And he said, "You got that out of a statue?" I mean, I'm just the black woman her bad attitude. Wait, you got that out of a statue? But I always thought the bad attitudes. Watch it. I'm gonna say something. I thought them light skinned women got the worst attitudes. But you over here talking about dark. You shut up. You shut up. You shut up.
This is a thing that
You see what I'm saying? You see,
yeah.
I'm talking about the double mindedness of these idiots online. They're so double minded. So you're mad at light skinned women for having attitudes. Now, though, this black woman is not light enough for
Well,
your
as
liking.
as long as they're, excuse my French so early in the morning, but as long as a woman still makes a man's dick jump, then all that attitude is okay. It's
Mm-mm.
okay.
Right.
Like, it's spicy Latina, fucking snow bunnies and all this other stuff that, like the light skinned women, the pretty privilege and all the other bullshit. Like men, I mean, let's be honest, like some men, and I think a good majority of men, I can't speak for them because I'm not male, but I think a good majority of men will put up with a badass attitude as long as she looks good. They will put up with that shit, right? But again, this
Younger men will younger men probably
well, I
would
mean,
put up with
yeah,
it.
I'm just
Yeah.
going by what I observe,
Right.
right? I'm
Right,
just
right. I'm
doing
just
what I do.
I'm speaking for myself. I don't put up with that bullshit. I don't care how fine your ass is. I don't put up with that bullshit. But when I was younger, I would try to, you know, yeah, a lot of us who were younger would try to put up with that shit. I'm older now. I ain't put up with that shit. Care how fine your ass is. But yeah,
I don't
um,
know. I just
yeah.
didn't know this statue existed. So now, black women are supposed to jump out of their fucking bodies and riot because black men do not find this statue attractive and it's representative of, I guess, stereotypes. And I feel like if black men see this statue and they're triggered and it provokes some sort of emotional response, they should be the ones to fucking protest the statue. Like, fucking do better. Like, this is not the black women that we want to see on the street. I don't want to see no depictions of black women looking like this, regardless of if we look at this statue and we can see familiarity, whether it be in ourselves as women or in some of our family members, whatever that shit looks like. But in this case, if black men are the most offended, they need to do something about it. If they're the ones that don't want to see it because, bad feelings on the inside, like, then go fucking do something.
Hmm.
Do something about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna read Tanya and V Dub's comment. I'm gonna read Tanya's first because it was up here first. She said, "This is giving SBE fatigue, given that most of the men giving comments are shaped just like that." Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bit. We need to talk about shame, blame, and explain fatigue. We need to talk about SBE fatigue. You know what? I need to talk to
I feel
Ty
like they
City
just
about that.
SBE each other because I don't feel like women in real life have to suffer that, right? I
Right.
feel like SBE is something internally that they do to kind of self-soothe at this point because like I hear it and I'm like, what fucking rock do you live under, sir? I don't think, oh my God, I need to, when I step out my front door, I see a golf course. That's what I see. I see
Hmm.
happy kids. I see black and brown young families that are doing very well, raising young children. And I'm sitting here like, my life is okay. Right. I live all
Hmm.
right. And this idea that, all black women that's why I asked, like, is he from the projects or something? Because I could see like maybe, how like the projects and poverty living make you believe that this is how all women behave. I could see that if that was how you grew up, right?
Right,
But the
and that's and when like you mentioned Rude Imp, right? And I keep asking Rude Imp that when he was over here the last time. I was like,
Mhm.
Rude, not all women are like that. Where you and it's like though they 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 only talk about the women that they know. They're not really going to other areas where women don't act like that. I
Mhm.
mean, I think people watch too much TV too, though. You ask me,
I mean, but he mentioned that, how black women watch reality TV shows and all this other stuff, that those things are just categorically false. I'm not saying that women don't watch reality TV, right? But
hmm
so do a lot of other people. It's not my particular flavor of content, but I know women that watch it, black, white, or whatever fucking color, because it should be funny. It's
hmm
entertainment, right? I mean, shit, some of the very first reality TV had nothing to do with black folks, but here we are, right?
Uh-oh. What was the first one? It was that
Oh man, back in the
big
70s, that
yeah.
white family. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to remember. There was camera back then, and then in the 2000 we got Big Brother, and what's that one you on the island? That I mean, there was no niggas in it. It was
I
just
mean,
white
but
white
even
white
but
folks.
this is the thing, like, there are active conversations amongst black women about how being a participant on reality TV is problematic because of, like, interactions, the intersectionality with stereotypes, and how black women are just considered, like, having to, like, compete romantically, like, less desirable and things like that, or get poor treatment. Like, women are watching that and then having discussions about how those things aren't good. Now, there are some women that are okay with that participation. They have to live with whatever consequences. I can't, punch every woman in her fucking face every time I see that she signs up for some stupid ass show. But those
hmm
conversations exist amongst black women. That, yeah,
hmm
there is a point of contention with this because we do see these things and we see how it's a problem. And, you know, I don't, again, all I can say is, if men have this huge issue with this statue because for them it's a trauma fucking response of some whatever the fuck is going on internally, go fucking do something about it.
Right, right.
Y'all, like, be fucking leaders and fucking lead by example and do something about it. Don't turn around and tell me that I should be offended and this, that, and the third. Bitch, I ain't even know that shit existed until 15 fucking minutes ago.
Yeah, and people been tagging me about this statue for at least a few
What
days.
is what is the
And,
stat?
and
What is it? Let me
I'm
look.
just
Okay.
because I see people talking about it. I really don't want to do no video about this statue because it's for me like I don't give a statue. What ain't showing this woman she ain't twerking. She ain't doing no. She just standing there and with a shirt, some pants on, and some shoes. That's it. Ain't nothing bad about it. Ain't nothing stereotypical about it. She
So a
wearing
man,
braids.
a man made this, Tom and Jay Prince. Oh my God, it's behind a paywall. Hold on.
And I think though he's not African American. I think he's from the continent or somewhere from the Caribbean. You know, but V Dub said, "How in the world dominated by whites can any white or black face black fatigue? The fatigue comes from the persistent effort to suppress and deny the systems the FBAs. Uh, Real World. He talking about the
Brown
TV show
dude.
Real World on MTV. The statue is a statue of more important topics to talk about. Leave the Tedders alone. Let them try to take over the culture. He is Jamaican, I believe. Okay.
Okay, so okay, All right, so there's that point that colors our lenses about understanding why the statue is created. I'm reading something here about the statue, and it says that the piece was created by artist Thomas J. Prince. His artwork is a part of a series called Grounded in the Stars, which organizers say confronts preconceived notions about identity and representation. The statue is of a woman wearing a plain t shirt, pants, braided hair, and an expressionless face, and her hands resting on her hips. Times Square art director Gene Cooney explained how the artwork is making a statement, potentially asking the questions about what we value in the world as a society, and hopefully it's a tribute to share our humanity. So this statue is there saying that non-conventionally, I mean, like someone that's not conventionally attractive still does have fucking value. That's the whole point of the fucking statue. And then this dude's response to the fucking statue was like, this bitch is not attractive, so therefore she has no value. Like really like playing a part of the whole fucking reason the statue exists.
Hmm.
Like, come on. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is not a woman's conversation. This is a conversation that men have to have with other men about the fact, yes, we do have an issue with like giving value based on attractiveness. That when I see something that's not appealing, then this means the worst of the fucking worst. This is the conversation that BGS needs to have with himself. This is not a me conversation.
Hmm.
Question yourself about why a black Jamaican man, if what the chat is saying is true, made this fucking statue. Talk about issues like the intersection between um m- men and value systems when it comes to attractive. Like, you guys have that fucking conversation. This is not about me. Because I see that statue, when I see in my head, I think of like a couple of cousins, an auntie, that aren't built the same way that I am. Like, but people that I fucking know and care about, right? That's what I see. I don't see fucking love and hip hop. My brain doesn't make that mental gymnastic fucking leap. It doesn't do that.
That's why I looked at the statue and I'm like, why is everybody arguing about the statue? They ain't saying
I mean,
anything to
it was
me.
put there intentionally because the woman depicted, if it's a fictional woman or whatever, but the woman is not supposed to be conventionally attractive, but you're supposed to still be able to see value in the fucking person.
And you're right. This is more about the male gaze
It
and
is.
and and how he views women. So a woman can look like, I don't know, a woman can look like Roseanne Barr, and her humanity is stripped away from her because she looks like Roseanne Barr, rather than, you know, if she looks like, I don't know, I'm using a white woman in this, right? I'm using white woman in this. If Roseanne Barr looked more like, I don't know, uh, I'm gonna think of the same era as Peggy Segal from who played Peggy Bundy on Married with Children. I, you know, she's more attractive, so therefore, would we, that's the question, is for men to answer. The the lustful part in the duality of man, um is
Yeah,
lustful side. You know,
I don't see how this is a woman's conversation if men are affronted by the statue, because maybe low key what BGS and I'm trying to be charitable in this, maybe low key what BGS is saying is that he doesn't view black women this way, right? And he wants better representation. He wants a bad bitch, some long natural fucking huge ass pineapple on the top of her head, some fucking, or maybe I don't know, whatever the fuck his flavor is, right? If he's so
mm,
affronted, then you get your boys together, the rest of those dudes that are upset, the Nissan Altima commenters, and then go petition to have this motherfucker Thomas Prince make a fucking better statue. if you don't like it. But I mean, trying to throw it on black women as if we're supposed to be doing some shit about it. Like, bitch, I didn't even know the shit existed. And then the whole point of the statue, like, here goes a quote specifically from the artist. It says, the statue was created to, in quotes, disrupt traditional ideas about what a triumphant figure ought to look like, and to show the world that all people have value. End quote.
You know what? I would like to interview. I want to see does he have an email address? Because I like to interview this you know, the artist, because I would like to sit there and interview him about this and show him this video about BGS. And I don't know. It's sad to see a grown 70-year-old man. BGS is 70, and he's over here worrying about some statue. And the statue,
it doesn't
he's missing
fit
the point.
in his line. It doesn't fit his line of thinking. How dare you put up a statue of a black woman that isn't attractive? I mean, because obviously, based on his line of thinking, this bitch is on food stamps. She got 18 kids by 7 different baby daddies or some shit like that. You know, how dare you do that?
Yeah, hold on. Let me bring Miss Queen Sunkiss up here. What's going on, Queen?
Hey,
Hey, good morning.
I'm gonna put a link.
Yeah.
You should pull it up and read it.
Okay. It's in the back.
I'm putting it in there.
Huh?
Oh, you didn't put it in the back chat.
Oh,
I put it in.
No, that's
hold on.
you, Big J.
My bad. There you go. That's in the back chat.
I'm about to click it too. Oh, I don't fucking have Instagram.
Yeah, I don't have Instagram either.
Oh, it's letting me see it though. Thomas J. Price. So he is a black guy.
I didn't engage in this conversation for the simple fact that people got all this shit to say. Is if you can't go directly to the artist that created it and see what the reason was he created it, and the exact conversations that they are having are the exact reasons why he created that statue.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how anybody is upset about anything. What's wrong with looking like your regular everyday self? Because number one, when it comes to body weight, obesity, etc., this is America. Damn near everybody in this country fat as hell. That's why the Chinese made fun of us by making all of us morbidly obese in their little cartoons when they was going at Trump. So
this nigga, oh my God.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I saw somebody said something that was stupid. Oh, go ahead. I saw somebody say something stupid in that comment section. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, but I all these conversations I heard, I didn't hear anybody quote the artist or talk about what the artist said or why he said it. The artist is a black man from Europe. So he said he chose the most marginalized person to break down who is deserving and who is not deserving, and to change perceptions about it. So, I mean, if you got a brain and you know how to think, you should be able to understand the art that was put out. But black folk get on my nerves because it's not a higher level of thinking. It's always on some simple shit, which is crazy. Like, I bet they don't even know it was a black man that created the damn statue. Angelica was the first person that I actually
I'm going
look
to
up
sit
this
here and
artist
read this comment
and see what he had to say.
Thank you, Sunkiss.
I'm gonna go ahead.
That out. I appreciate that.
And look at. This comment section pisses me off now. You niggas are dumb. Okay.
Screw the comment section.
Sculpture
Look at his cartoon.
Mothernecks.
Scroll down some more.
I'm. Oh, you know,
No.
right here. Oh,
No, scroll. Yeah, not all the way down. Go back up. We looking at the cartoon. Go back up. Okay, go to the next cartoon. This
wait a minute. Where's it at?
right. You looking at BJ? Go on the picture. Go to the picture.
Yeah, and click the over button.
Click the yeah.
It's like in the cloud where it says, "Wow, I hate this." If you click that, it'll shuffle over to the next
Oh,
picture.
okay, I see it. Okay. Why you hate it? Because you decided to have a big back black woman represent us. I bet everyone in the world is laughing at us now. Let me see. Why did the artist who isn't even African American choose this? He has done other sculptures of black women. That look way better. Are you serious? What's next? Pajamas and a bonnet. I really want to roast that idiot in that comment section. But anyway, go ahead. He just. So you are so deep in European beauty standards that the idea of a plus size black woman being honored is somehow disrespect them. Tell them, girl. I don't know, Jada, but as a black woman, this is insulting. It's very clear. This is how they view all of us. Buddy had one job, or do it just hate. Do you just hate yourself that much? No, it's not a representation of us. This is literally what an average black woman in America looks like. Shut up, Lamarcus. I think I can't pronounce the name. I see it as a bold challenge to beauty standards, and the backlash only proves the point. Women who do look like the statue are consistently told that they're not enough, that they need to shrink to be accepted, loved, or treated with basic respect. Who are you? How are you not upset? It is clear they are mocking black women. I see a single mom on welfare, probably the type that say, I don't need a man. I'm so.
Don't this sound like what we just listened to?
This sound like the whole conversation that niggas is having.
There's nothing in this art that says that. You're projecting that onto her, and this is exactly why African American women remains the most disrespected person on the planet. Yo, can we go to M&M store now?
And even in the comment section, people are still proving this guy's point, right?
But this jackass, I gotta find this motherfucker. Somebody said, oh, this dumbass said he will never represent a white woman in that way. And then you got this other fool, because I'm reading,
the comments though. I mean, people are, but to your point, they're doing exactly what he's challenging with the statue, is to say, hey, black women are not a monolith, and if this phenotypical black woman upsets you, then you need to challenge yourself as to why you feel that way.
And he said the artist is biracial and non-American. This is what he think of us. Man, you know what? Let me stop sharing it. I don't got time.
It's silly.
I'll be up all day with my blood pressure up, going in on these people.
This isn't a woman.
I'll be going in on these, man. No, I want. Oh my God. Oh.
Men
they think
are most affronted by this, because the second that they see somebody that they deem as unattractive, they devalue that individual. And this is what he was trying to explain. That's what BGS did. And it's the end of the fucking story. He's no different.
And let me say this, and it's going to sound bad. This is he making himself look bad by by sexualizing this statue, or any man sexualize the statue, because you're removing humanity from people who you're basing what I'm saying. He basing everything on the tip of his dick. Okay, he's basing all of his feelings and humanity based on what makes his dick jump, rather than based on the person who the person is. And the thing is, and BJS and them and Ramil and Ty City's right. Ty City and Ramil's right. These guys are sexual Marxists. Well, I call them sexual fascists, but that depends on who they want the marketplace to be appealing to them, when themselves are not appealing to the women who they want, because they out of shape, they're fat, they got diabetes. They're talking about women hit the wall. Some of the niggas over there, they already hit the wall. You know, it's just the whole I don't know how to describe that. I don't know how to describe that. That's, you know,
Describe what?
it's so much in this. I can't. It would take me all day to talk about the psychological imaginations that what they want, and they're trying to force women to be. They're trying to SBE this woman. Okay, it's kind of like this. Okay, it's like Sigmund Freud had the Madonna and the horror complex. So
Mm-hmm.
you can't force the whore to be like Madonna. You can't force Madonna to be like the whore. They trying to mix the mix the two figures into one. So if this statue was a woman twerking and looking like Sexy Red or Gorilla, they'll have a problem. But because this looks like an average person, it's still a problem. And
Yeah, it's a problem because it's a black woman, and the artist made her larger than life. And that's some, oh Lord, that's just fucking them up. They can't deal with that. Oh hell to the now. It don't matter what the artist, because this is art, was trying to convey. They don't care about that. It's just the fact that they see this big black woman and oh my God, that's some scary shit to see, and that's some sad shit coming from the mind of a black person.
But Sunkiss, imagine for a second that this guy decided not to do a black woman and he did like an average black man. And black women all over the place were like, oh my God, look at this baby daddy. Look at this fucking dusty bandit. They actually made a. Black men would, I think, righteously be upset by that. They would see it and be like, yo, this is just a brother. Like, the fuck you talking about, right?
Maybe.
Just like get a nigga who has some dreads and wearing dickies, okay? And call it.
There would be two conversations in this. There would be like there would be some people that would be saying this is just a brother, or you would have maybe some men that would be offended and be like, oh, this guy looks like a thug. This is not, black men are not a monolith, and this saying the same thing that I'm saying, right? But they will have a level of empathy in the situation that they just clearly do not have because it's a woman. They clearly don't have it because, again, for BGS, this is symbolism of fucking poverty existence. Food stamps, welfare, baby daddies, fucking snotty nosed kids ain't got their hair done, all this other bullshit. Like this for him is like this for him is what he feels about, to me, all women, all black women in this case. And it's like you're falling right into that trap of, what does this look like for me? Because art, everybody interprets art their own way. But like the article that I was reading was actually talking about how the MAGA is affronted and saying some of the same commentary that BGS is using to depict this fucking statue.
Right.
They're like I have to go back because part of it is under a paywall, but like there's screenshots of fucking comments from quote unquote Republicans that are saying the same fucking thing. Like white people putting faces of black politicians on this shit. Um, and like this shit is fucking crazy. Like in your attempt to try to beat down on fucking black women and even the appearance or the representation of quote unquote the average black woman, you sound just like fucking MAGA.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, it's not crazy. America breed black people to have self hatred. And there's not enough discussion about that, what that looks like, what's healthy and what's not healthy. You just black and you just in this country. Nobody really gives a shit about your mental health as far as how you feel about yourself and your racial identity. There are conversations that'll tell you that race does not exist. So now you out here really confused because I get treated a certain way because of the color of my skin, but race doesn't exist. And then these people get treated better than me, and they're getting treated better than me because of the way that they look. But race doesn't exist. Racism doesn't exist. That's something that I'm making up in my head. I'm a victim. So motherfuckers all screwed up. And there's not enough intervention to fix that. I don't necessarily blame them for the way that they think or the things that they say. I do blame them for not actually going to go seek help. You know where you live. You know the history of people that look like you. You got to on something that when you come to the realization that some of the stuff that's coming out of your mouth, and some of them don't know, because I shall never forget. I was over at the Roger Report, and Roger made the statement that black women was thieves, liars, and something else he said. And I said, do you know that that's the exact same? I'm talking about verbatim quotes of a man named James W. Jacks, who made that statement about black women and said that black men consider it some kind of honor to go to jail because a lady asked her to support him in fighting against black people being lynched. And he didn't agree with her. And so he made this statement and he never made the statement again. They don't realize how internalized this fucking hate that they spew is. There needs to be more conversations around what is mental health for black folk. People laugh when you say stuff like post-traumatic slave disorder, but I think that shit is true. Cause how does a statue? I seen this. It was a statue, but y'all know me. I'm all black, everything. So, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But when I seen the conversations that was being had, number one, I'm not engaging in this. This shit is stupid. Like, I ain't heard not one person talk about the artists. Y'all going back and forth about shit that don't matter. Yeah, black women trying to separate themselves from an image of a black woman. Like, get the fuck out of here. Okay, you skinny and
Right.
she fat. What's the difference?
Right. Right. I agree.
Like, who gives a shit? At the end of the day, somebody actually took the time to see the pain, the work, the struggle of a black woman and put it in the form of art for everybody to see in one of the most busiest places in the United States of America. And instead of y'all respecting the fact that somebody honors what we go through, the most disrespected woman the most disrespected person on the planet, okay? Instead of you understanding that there's other people that see that as well, your ass jump into this. Oh, that's not me. I'm not like that. That's not like what is going on? What's happening? Y'all don't think you need to talk to somebody about that? No other woman could have been put on that statue and caused all this conversation. He could have made a big ass Mexican. Nobody gave a damn. He could have made a big ass white woman. Nobody would have gave a damn. He could have made a big ass African woman. Nobody would have gave a damn. He made a big ass black American woman. And look at this shit storm.
Yeah, people are bending over backwards. This is crazy. And like to see some of these comments, like I'm looking at Twitter
Oh,
and some
girl,
of the
Twitter, that's full of bullshit.
so I'm just looking at some of the comments, like, but these are white people that, saying that this woman is supposed to be Letitia James, you know, um, they're making memes of like, instead of this woman, it's like Lizzo, like putting crazy angles on
Who
it.
has lost a lot of weight, by the way. I'm proud of Lizzo. Good job, girl.
Yeah, she did, and here goes one comment. The statue was made in the image of Glorilla, and even calling the statue Tyquisha, who looks horrendous, right?
And that's cool. Who asked you, though? If her name's Taquisha and you feel like she looks horrendous, guess what? It's somebody that doesn't think that she looks
Right.
horrendous. Thank you for your opinion. Sit the fuck down.
You cannot convince me that this is not a statue of Fat Albert. Like this is that shit. So like listening to that whole BGS fucking, traumatized diatribe over this fucking statue, and then looking, because I had a suspicion that's probably what it was about, but I just wanted to make sure and confirm like what I was thinking, and that's why I went to look up, what the artist had to say about it. And then the idea that the artist is saying, yeah, that she is not a conventionally attractive woman, but she still does indeed have value. And it's about breaking those stereotypes of what is valuable, right? And
That's what the
anybody could
purpose.
be anything. And then I'm listening to men in comment sections and in the video talk about how this bitch is worthless. This bitch is a fucking troglodyte. Like you're playing into the exact thing that this statue was supposed to be about. And you sound like a bunch of fucking racist white men in the process of doing it. Like, how fucking traumatized are you?
You know what
I'm scratching my head like what's the confusion? I'm sitting there just scratching my head. Everybody's tagging me about the statue, Femi and B just tagging me like I'm like what are y'all? V Dub told me about it. I'm like why y'all going crazy? I'm looking at the people like why y'all going crazy over this? This is and
Sunkiss is absolutely right. There's a bunch of black women that are trying to other themselves away from this statue because they don't feel like it's appropriate representation because that bitch don't look like her, right? And a bunch of men that because this woman isn't appealing, that they have to be fucking enraged by it. Like, go do something about it. Get one of your manosphere bros to make us a fucking statue of a bad bitch and put it right next to that hoe. Go do it. Go fucking do it. Because all I hear right now is just a bunch of black people losing their fucking minds.
Yeah, it won't matter what that woman look like. It won't matter. She could be skinny. She could be she could be skinny with a pineapple on top of her head. Okay, glasses on, reading a book. It's gonna be a problem. Why? Because she is a black woman.
Yeah, that's true.
Period.
Yeah, that's true.
If
That's true. You're
he
right.
had a made that statue average size, just a regular statue, it probably wouldn't be any conversation. It's the fact that the statue is 12 feet tall. You have no choice but to notice her.
How fucking long did it take him to make this? Hold on, let me look at that.
You can't walk in Times Square and not see that statue. Society don't want to see black women nowhere. But it don't matter what you want to see. The fact of the matter is we're coming. And there's nothing you can do about it. And this is what brings up these feelings. And they just go ahead and they just saying the quiet part out loud. But this not no I'm not shocked by none of this. This is very much expected. And rather than just stay on the conversation of how people supposed to be upset, mad, or whatever because she this, that, or whatever, start having a conversation about your mental health as a black person. What does it mean to be black? I listen to these dudes sit up here and say, I'm not black, I'm just a man. Oh, okay. Well, go walk down somebody's neighborhood that don't recognize you and see if they tell the police you just a man. They're gonna describe your ass as black. When you get your ass pulled over, the first thing they gonna see is your black. but you want to get away from that. You can't escape it. It is what it is. And you try to embrace and love yourself. Maybe you'll have enough empowerment inside of yourself to start making changes for yourself. But sitting up here talking shit about a statue, what this statue is gonna do? What? Give pause for thought for some people, give some people some jokes to crack, and that's about it. It's not gonna enrich or improve anybody's life in a tangible way.
Mhm.
So why does it deserve this much conversation? It's just like he said in the cartoon. Or do you hate yourself that much that you can't see past the shit that you hate about yourself to understand that there is a deeper point that should be recognized? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't understand how folks can sit up here. I mean, once you see that your rhetoric sounds just like white folk, that should give you something to think about. That should make you pause. But I think these people hate being black so much they think it's right that they sound like white folks.
Yeah, that's crazy,
And
Sunkiss.
at that
Like,
point, I just want to ask them. So, do you think you shouldn't exist? Because if your black ass think you shouldn't exist, then go ahead and take care of that. And leave the rest of us alone.
yeah, I can't find anything to see how long it took this man to make it, but it seems like it took him a minute. This is crazy. Like, I mean, these people are fucking sad, and they're fucking traumatized. They are absolutely fucking traumatized. Like, I mean, but Big J, like, well, Sunkiss, I think you were here before too, because we were having that conversation about, um, I guess, gay men in the manosphere, and my whole
Hmm.
thing was about like discrimination, and like this whole like homophobic behavior that they like to have is the
Hmm.
same sort of discrimination that white people just have against black people, period. And what does that say for you when you participate in the same sort of behaviors that you quote unquote claim oppress you daily?
Just like Big J been saying, white supremacy got a black face.
Man, it got this shit got motherfuckers in a chokehold.
They don't have to do this. They don't have to say nothing. White folks don't have to say nothing.
A fucking
Mhm. Yeah.
chokehold.
Why people don't have to? Sargon Khan don't have to say shit. Tim Pool don't have to say shit. The quartering don't have to say shit. You just listen to what Mr. Fantastic got to say. Just listen to what BGS got to say. Just listen to what Tommy got to say. And Obsidian, and there you go. They're doing the work for them. They don't have to. There ain't no white person have to come over here and talk about, oh, you niggas ain't shit. They don't have to do that. And these same people, like I'm using Anger Man, right? He's on the panel with Rollo Tomasi. Rollo Tomasi stole Alan Roger Curry's shit and put in his book, the Rational Male. See, I ain't supposed to talk about that, but you know, I'm just saying they be stealing. They steal everybody's shit, and then they having these niggas repeat their racism. I don't know. Let me leave that alone because it's too early in the morning for me to go off. So I'm trying to
I mean,
chill.
that's what I come here for, Big J, to hear you go off about some shit. But this in particular is just sad to me. It is really fucking sad.
And B just is 70 years old, and he don't see that he's falling. No, well, B just, so I can't really. You know. But if he hadn't tagged me in that video, I wouldn't have responded to it. Because I just see it and I just shrug my shoulder like whatever. But since he tagged me in the video and I'm watching the video and I'm like, really, nigga, you sexualizing a statue? Who does that? You know? Yes. B just about 60, 68, 69, 70. Yeah. He's up there in age. He's up there in age. You know.
So
Yeah, but
they
go
doing
ahead.
all this talking about this damn statue. Did they talk about the man series that's happening?
That's what I was just looking into. Go ahead, talk about it.
I'm just wondering because it's supposed to be a space for boys and men. They on display too as men. Is they talking about that? They probably don't know shit about it.
Hold on, let me go to this other. Hold
This
on.
is my absolute problem with the fucking so-called manosphere, at least the black one. Cause then white boys, I mean, there's some over there that be acting the fool on their bullshit as well, but they fucking have real ass conversations.
I do admire the white manosphere. That's why BGS and that MGTOW Avenger over there. You know that MGTOW Avenger. That's why they're mad when I use Stardust on them.
And they,
you know, because I put Stardust above them. They're mad. They're
well,
mad
they
about
can be
that shit.
mad that you using Stardust about they can be mad all they want to produce better fucking content.
Right.
Cause I can go, I sit in the white boys chat all the time and learn all kind of shit. They not sitting over there talking shit about women all day, fucking every day. They over there learning
Right.
stuff. They talking about how to manage their motherfucking emotions. They talking about their thought processes. They talking about different things you can do different times of the year to make your home. But they talk about all kind of shit. If I want to learn some shit, I go over there to the white manosphere and sit up, depending on who channel it is, because some of them motherfuckers don't fuck with women at all. So
Yeah. They don't. If you're a woman, they be like, you're out of here. They ain't trying to cuss your asses out. They said, or for a woman, you gone. When
yeah,
they said though, no bitches allowed. They mean that shit. They you know. It's not like over here where it said, I hate black women. I hate black women. As soon as a black woman smile at them, we need to have a co-ed space. No, when they said they don't want no women allowed, they mean that shit. That's why
yeah,
I have respect for them over there. I don't have respect for these niggas over here because they can't stand they can't stand for shit. You know, talking about the wall of silence. You bullshit. Soon as a woman said I suck your dick, you got somebody. Man of tomorrow, what's going on, man of tomorrow?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
We have to clarify something here. Like,
Hey, MLC, good morning.
hey, what's going on? What's going on? All right, so there's a difference between the black manosphere and dumbass niggosphere. Like, there's a difference. Like, actual professionals, which I am, I'm seven figures, which I've always been since I've been here since 2013. Black men did not want to listen to that. They wanted to listen to hoe talk and relationship shit. And that's what dumb niggas wanted to do. So what they did is they came in, and most of these dudes have failed relationships or failed outcomes. No custody of their motherfucking kids, no intact family households, and all they do is talk about weird ass dumb nigga shit. And you can't team up with the type of people who they deliberately, as a marketing decision, decide to bring in here for the sake of numbers. That is like, look, if you live in an area that don't work, that's on you. Your personal productivity piece should have moved your ass to another area so you're not complaining about women or other shit. Here's the thing. The dudes who are complaining about women is exactly the motherfuckers who don't need a goddamn woman. Like these people have in their head that there was this specific period of time where there was these dudes who had this infinite pussy ticket with no fucking consequences for the action that they've taken with these women, and that's not true. I mean, most of these dudes are online complaining about the very game that they ran on these fucking women and the outcomes of it. That's why they got so many fucking complaints. And it's like, I don't have anything in common with men who don't want to go get their shit together. I don't have anything in common with men who just want women to just act better while they remain to be uncultured fucking reptiles who just want to impregnate everybody and be like some lion fucking alpha and go die off in the woods while everybody else have to take care of their responsibilities. And it is very easy to get these people triggered over these issues. All this is a trigger session of triggering these men and then riding them right off into right wing politics, which doesn't have anything to do with black progress. So what they want to do, because everything that they want is left wing and basis, and they want everything to be focused on them. The only thing that's different is they don't want to participate in the process, but they want their name on every motherfucking thing. So
I've heard you say that so many times.
Yeah.
I literally, Big J, wasn't I just saying that yesterday or the day before? I was like, Emma, I remember this conversation me and MOT had, and he said, about like wanting to reap the rewards of a society but
Yes.
not contributing
Without the work.
to it. Yeah. And like that, honestly, I can't remember how long ago we had that conversation, but that
It could have been years
that
at this point.
I think it was a couple of years ago, but that left a lasting impression on me, like hearing you say that, because
Yeah.
there's something similar to that, like in my personal life, but also like seeing that action in real time, because you'll hear these guys like talk about the things that they're owed or that they're entitled to because they're men. And the question is like, what have you done to get to reap
No.
any of these rewards?
No. Like what they've done is they've been born a man. The work is complete. That's it. They need to be appreciated because they're a man. It's somebody else's job
Yeah.
to put in the masculine piece. It's somebody's
Yeah.
job to like make a business a $1 million organization, then all of a sudden turn it over to their incompetent ass, give them some on the job training so that way they don't totally fuck up everything. And once they do, they just walk away from the shit. I mean, look, things are working right now for men who actually want to work and go get skills. Like the Denver metro area doesn't have any problem with immigrants and none of that shit. Why? Because the actual training is free for whoever wants to show up there. And that's the way it should be. Like, look, I'm from Mississippi. We didn't have none of that shit. If you didn't have a fucking car, you were fucked in life. If you didn't know people, you were fucked in life. I couldn't wait to get the hell up out of there and get things in my own, go get it for myself. But you have a lot of people who just don't want to take basic responsibility for shit too. And that's another problem. But they want this traditional fucking woman. I'm like, dude, if you bring a traditional woman to a 1-bedroom situation and she infinitely got to worry about, I'm sorry to say this, getting fucked on by all these other unprincipled reptiles who's around them, that's not going to be a cultured woman after a while. It
She's not
isn't.
gonna stay there. That girl gonna pack her stuff up
Of
and go
course
home.
not. Look, and anybody's parents who gave a damn about their child would not let their child even stand no bullshit like that either. Right? But this is where we are. This is where we are with this actual situation. And now you have these failed men who come online who want to talk about relationships with dudes with no experience with women. A lot of people think that you actually got to go through the child support situation. You got to go through the I picked the wrong bitch situation, and now I'm going to complain about the shit I got myself into. It's like, nah, man. I mean, at some point, you just got to fix you and get off the fucking field and stop trying to internalize all this trauma bonding bullshit from these men who deliberately put themselves in these situations. It's just that simple.
I agree. Yeah, it's just like listening to that guy BGS earlier, like the level of complaints and like for me, the mental gymnastics of these conclusions that he was getting to off of this statue, like all it read to me was like, this dude is traumatized. I don't know what the fuck happened to him, but he needs to go do something about it.
No. He is doing something about it. He's spreading his apathy and pain to men with no experience. That's how he decided to handle the situation, was to create more of it. Not to get rid of it, but to create more of it. And look, these are all things that he said.
He's creating more handicaps in men, though. Like, does he not
But
realize
he wants
that?
to do that. He wants to do that. He didn't come here to make shit better. He came here to create exactly what the fuck he's creating. Because I can tell you right now, anybody had a decent father figure or a decent grandfather figure in their life, you don't have 60-year-old fuck niggas like this online trying to fucking minister to young ass kids. Nobody would allow that shit to happen in their fucking community. No one.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a vampire, where the vampire is suffering, right? But he needs blood. So when he bites somebody, that person becomes a vampire too. So he's passing on the misery and the suffering, he's been inflicted. And that's
The
the
whole game
so-called, yeah.
is to make money off of the pain of these other men. That's
Correct.
why I had to.
I mean, because at this point, these unprincipled guys, and it takes the same type of unprincipled person to do this. It doesn't take a lot of skill to actually sabotage and destroy people. It takes nearly nothing except for the actual ability to keep spamming the same shit over and over and over again. At the end of the day, if he has to talk about things of substance, he can, because the only thing he does is he plays other people's work and then he just take credit for it. And this is what I mean. There's plenty of live streams I've done with BGS 7, 8 years ago where he pretended to give a damn about men. And then the Kevin Samuel shit happened, and then everybody wants to be Stephen A. Smith of the relationship shit at this point. And that's where we at. Well, people want to be paid pontificators. They don't want to fix any issues. And here's the thing: nobody with any type of sense will let you around their son or daughter. It has to be algorithmatized foolishness that allow these people to exist the way they are existing online. And I think it is predatory. I think it is dangerous. I think all those things. But at the end of the day, there's another responsibility to be taken on the people who deliberately track this stuff down too. It's on them too. Well, I'm glad that they don't have access to women, because if they did, they would fucking destroy them in a heartbeat. They would leave her ass with a fucking kid and then go brag to a whole bunch of unprincipled people about, the child support situation that they just got into, knowing full well that they didn't have any type of skills to impart on anybody, let alone trying to create a household. And they haven't seen these households that they're trying to create either. That's another thing. Like, look, a
Hmm.
lot of people are born in some messed up circumstances. I have been through a lot of shit that I do not talk about, because I specifically decided that when I wake up in the morning, I'm not being that motherfucking shit under no fucking circumstances. I'm not putting no woman through that type of shit under no fucking circumstances. And there is absolutely no reason for a person to be sitting here trying to deliberately pander to lost fucking men and give them a fake fucking identity and a fake family group for them to hang out with. That's just bad.
You just said a fake
It's
family
horrible.
group.
Yeah,
I never would have thought of it that way. That's
it
fucking
is.
Yeah, you ain't never
wild.
Well,
listened to BDS. BDS will start his stream out talking about gather around children. Hey nigga, y'all grown ass men ain't gonna let this man talk to y'all like that. Y'all
They're
don't see the
not
mind
grown
games
men.
he playing with
They're,
y'all.
they're not the grown men. They're lost young ass dudes who just haven't reached the full age of maturity, and they on some give me the bitch first and I'll act right shit. That's what the fuck it is. You know
Mm,
what? Give me a 10 out of 10, and then I'll act right as soon as the woman gets here. I'll act right at that point. And
mm.
other than that, I'm just gonna be on strike and be on some hoe shit until then. That's just what these dumb
let me
motherfuckers on.
let me say some crazy shit, right? Because what I'm about to say be very controversial. When Edward's mama died, that that should have been telling about BGS. Your mama's in the next room. She just died. You gonna put on and you gonna strike by a live stream, and she's in the next room, and you're telling the world that, man, your mama's gone, and B just ain't telling him, hey bro, hey boy, get off the live stream, and
You know,
see
with that situation, I did reach out to Edward because,
mm-hmm,
when my mother had died, it pretty much disintegrated our motherfucking family. And I may not fuck with Edward on a lot of shit, but I don't want something like that that could be prevented to happen to
right,
him. And after that, we was kind of back on our, versus shit. Or, he
right,
team BGS, I'm team, actually, nigga, go do something with your goddamn life rather than be online listening to these complaining ass dudes with no experience. So
right.
you are correct. Like, I could not imagine if my mother had died. I'm striking up a fucking live stream, telling some random niggas about it for clicks and views and fake fucking sympathy and maybe super chats. I can't imagine doing no shit like that.
I
Sorry.
I actually cried. I actually sit there and cried because I was like, how dare you? And then BJS and that bitch ass nigga Grinch, they sitting up there just like they ain't telling him, bruh, shut it down. He's talking private. No,
No, I mean, but I
carry
did
on the
reach out.
conversation.
I mean,
You know.
because when shit happens, man, and if I see some bullshit behind the scenes, and people know, if I see some bullshit, I am going to call it the fuck out. I don't give a fuck what fucking relationship this is gonna fucking damage. I don't fucking care. I care about good fucking outcomes. I don't care about some pretend fuck nigga getting off the goddamn field talking about bitches. They don't do shit for the goddamn black male collective or the black
Mm-hmm.
family or anything else. I mean, I get how easy it is, but at the end of the day, you're leaving a lot of people lost, and that's not why I'm here. Why I was, it's just a lot of shit, man. And I've just been having better success just going straight to these fucking people in the real world, working with. Even though I'm an atheist, I work with the black church, work with tons of fucking youth groups, and the only thing you got to do is give these fucking kids incentive in the correct fucking pathway because they've been lied to by fucking everybody and they don't know who or what to fucking trust. You give them a clear pathway that they can fucking see. They off to the fucking races. They disappear for a couple years. Most of them are in a better place, but they definitely not gonna be on no fucking bullshit of instant failure like most of Generation X and millennials. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Just
they destroyed the manosphere. They seen that
yeah.
the black manosphere could have the possibility of not creating more fuck niggas, and these people came in and fucking destroyed it. They came in to draw the attention back to unkept women that is easy to dodge. I don't know how a woman that you don't want to fucking be with become the actual complaint point of people with no fucking experience. I
Right.
don't understand how that works. I'm like, fuck this. If I'm gonna talk about this bitch, I'm gonna want some of this shit after sometime. Let's get to fixing this motherfucking shit. But there was no fixing for these dudes. It was only the complaint cycle. There was no problem solving. There was no action to be taken. Nothing. The world needed to be better for them first before they take
Mm-hmm.
any action, and that's just not how that shit's gonna work. You can do all the trolling you want to in the fucking world. That ain't how that shit's gonna work. And yes, 25, 30 years will zip right past your motherfucking ass, and you sitting here online mad about your fucking your fucking monetization being cut off and motherfuckers not getting the cash out. Like, I'm not trying to be one of them type of people. Fuck that.
Right.
But it is excellent that these people are not getting the ass. I cannot clap my hands harder enough for black women on that point. Leave these niggas complaining with the driest dick on the fucking planet until they figure out what the fuck to do in the man department. Let them niggas go out there and complain. Fuck that.
I mean, I don't disagree. That's all I have to say. I do not
I mean,
disagree.
shit. I got nieces and I got nieces. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Let one of these crazy deranged niggas get in contact with her and end up leaving her with a fucking man? Fuck that.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I just never like because I don't really listen. Like I listen to it because Big J talks about it. Like that's my only context at this point in engaging like with this red pill stuff or manosphere stuff. And like just the level of complaints for me, like I've never woken up in the morning and thought, I'm divorced and I hate all black men. Niggas is bad. Fuck these. Like that just doesn't. That's not motivation for me to do anything. And like the levels of cortisol that I think that these guys are experiencing. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't know how I would function as one person. Like consistently being mad because I don't have the things that I want instead of
Correct.
doing something to get it. Right. And I still for the life of me can't get how that works.
Yeah, but it's
They
a
don't.
socialized Stockholm syndrome. I've never thought of it being socialized, but that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to pack these so much trauma and drama that they run right into the problems that they should be fucking avoiding. That's the end goal here, is to create more of these fucking problems, not less of them. They want to create more and more and more of these problems so that way they can be the alleviation valve or the actual way station or waypoint to where they talk about the issues that they could avoid it and they go right back into the bullshit after the live stream's over. So these dudes are trying to create problems, to create a position for themselves in society that don't need to be created.
That's scary though, isn't it? Like
It is.
you
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 have to
create
look
the
at it as
problem,
predatory as it is. Yeah.
right? You
Hmm.
create the problem and then you become like this weird quasi outlet to discuss the problem
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what the
and
hell.
then
He
reap the
right.
benefits from it. Like that's some nasty fucking work for me.
It ain't just to reap the benefits. You just told me, I think 2 years ago it was, we are shaping society, which is kind of sad. Cause
But for who?
we're
For
not
them? Because it doesn't make
telling,
women desire them.
but
Like,
they don't care because they want a society where you don't have nothing. Your only right is to do what he say.
And if you don't fully agree, then you're socially ostracized and your fake family is gone. Your fake family is gone the moment you start questioning shit. Your fake family is
this sounds
gone.
like some Jim Jones sorta.
Like when you start
Oh,
looking at
oh, it
some of
is.
these,
It
Oh,
is.
oh, it is.
when you
It
look
is.
at some of these movements that's going on with the manosphere and the stuff that's going on in Britain and all this stuff where these men are very misogynistic, trying to come together and form these correlations. They trying to be all up in that type of stuff.
The thing is that they literally think the time that they spent not being fulfilled was real struggle. That's what they think. They think the time that they spent not having access to women was real fucking struggle. Like, no, the real struggle is actually getting your motherfucking shit together. The real struggle is finding somebody else to fucking deal with after you get your shit together. Because if you've done it right, you're not going to give your shit away to the first motherfucker walking through. But see, the opposite is happening. They're creating a trauma point so that way these dudes can run into the first thing that sees them as an actual object to fucking take shit away from them. So they're trying to create the problem that they're claiming that they're trying to inoculate against. And there's so many men who's been raised in a whole bunch of situations that they shouldn't have
Mhm.
fucking been in. And this, and that I think, I know it sounds dismissive, but just mentally fucking weak. There ain't no way in the motherfucking hell that this is the answer to anybody's fucking problem. Like
Yeah,
there is no chemical fucking solution to a spiritual fucking problem. Like
Oh,
right.
you have to fucking fix this shit. And what happens is the only way that you can look at this shit is to look at failed men as the example of what the fuck you're supposed to do when you need that motherfucking experience. It
You
is
know,
as predatory as it sounds. And it is specifically that they're trolling for a very specific type of person. If you gather 10, 15, and gather in a fucking circle and you had them listen to this fucking bullshit and you tried to shit out, there ain't no way in the hell a lot of child listen to this fucking bullshit. They wouldn't. But they're looking for lost men. They're trolling for lost men. In every movement, no matter what it is always turned into a troll black woman fest. Why? Because these dudes have taken no fucking action. But they want the benefit of being able to wipe this shit in some woman's face like they fucking CeeLo Green on some fuck you shit.
mhm.
Yeah, look at the fucking video again. He went through a lot of shit and fixed this shit and did it wrong at the end. You ain't got to put no shit in nobody's face. Shit, the good part is having that shit together and being able to close your door and not share with motherfuckers. But these people
Right.
think that on their way there, you know what? You know, I got a job. I'm a high value man. I'm gonna leave these hoes alone. It's like, no, nigga, you're just announcing your departure, so that way somebody can come roll in and take advantage of your ass, which is what they want.
Yeah, kind of like those that classic experiments. You remember he want everybody to experiment with a black woman at the table. Yeah.
Wait, what? I'm sorry. What? I don't know what you guys are talking.
Okay.
Or is it above me?
Tell her about the experiment. He want everybody to do.
Okay, so it was about 2 years ago at this point. Keep it 100, and I'm gonna say this was the best representation of BGS laid bare in front of everybody. I think he took the live stream down. I would pay that motherfucker $1,000 for that fucking live stream because you need to see how he said that he wanted to conduct experiments on these men, knowing that the shit that he was preaching was not gonna work, and had no idea of work.
Okay.
He said that shit out of his mouth. That, well, you know what? I just want to conduct the experiments. Like, so this whole negotiating table shit where you bring all these dudes who don't have their shit together, and somehow he's gonna bring all these women equality, and somehow they're supposed to team them up with these inexperienced ass fucking dudes, and somehow they're supposed to be a good outcome. Yeah, this dude just conducting experiments on lost people. I mean, it's no different than a bad faith negotiator just organizing car crashes. They're sitting there, and all of a sudden the light's green. He just pressed the light red, and everybody runs into each other. On some ambulance chaser bullshit. Like, but this is all they got left. They cannot benefit from a society where shit works for everybody. They cannot. They think that they lost their chance and their opportunity for that shit to happen. But these individuals have decided
they don't want to participate in society the way that they should have.
No, they don't want to participate in society. The only thing they want to do is make shit worse for everybody else and celebrate things whenever they go wrong and pretending like they're winning because society is not functioning. That's what they're doing.
Right.
Right. And also it's crazy too, but they also want to ride the wave of success. Taking somebody else's
other
credit.
People's success.
Right.
Because this is what BGS also does. No matter what happens in what state, he tries to say the manosphere is having impact for hanging out with him whenever other people have success. And these dumbass motherfuckers, like, oh my God, my actual hanging out with this guy is turning into actions in other places. I'm like, you fucking idiot. That is not how the world works. And like I said, it's very good that these people are online and not, trying to fucking beat a woman into fucking shape that he shouldn't have access to. Look, if this was 20 years ago, I'd be fucking afraid of these motherfucking getting access to women. At this point, women are smart enough to understand more freedom, less kids, no niggas. They got the fucking equation.
And they don't like that.
That's why I like MOT, because he's honest with me. I appreciate it.
No, I mean it's much easier if we all know where we stand.
It's kind of like this though. Like me and B just got into a problem when he said, "Yo, man, the manager, we doing great things out here because of this child support law in Tennessee." I mean, we are affecting change.
Had nothing to do with them.
Right. So I asked BJ, who wrote this bill? Who wrote this? Who sponsored this bill in Tennessee?
Who wanted it?
Yeah. Right. He couldn't even name the name. He couldn't even name the name.
And he didn't even have the sense enough to Google the fucking petition and realize it was the women who put that shit up to the fucking senator to have that shit happen. It wasn't a fucking men.
It was women. Yeah, it was the women that did it.
Are we talking about the one where they can like backdate child support at conception or something like that? Is that one?
No.
Something else.
Okay.
It was something else. It was something. It had to do with it was something about child support concerning
Custody.
DNA,
Custody.
the custody,
Yeah,
the custody,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. DNA
yeah,
test and taking your name off the birth certificate. Now,
right.
what you're
Uh-huh.
saying is different because that's a conservative plan
Uh-huh.
to do that. That was a conservative plan.
Right,
Came
right.
out by Marco Rubio, and it was instantly taken up by most conservative states.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
mm.
but I'm not worried about it because these niggas ain't having no kids. They ain't
Yeah,
having no sex.
that's one of the things that I hear, they're always, like between like the no fault divorce and women, the women's and they don't want to have babies. Like, yeah, like this really has not so much anything to do with men than the reality of this world currently because women globally are not having kids. Don't matter where the fuck you live, right?
Look,
It's
they're
just
trying to get their money and get their freedom, and these people are mad as fuck that they're not being quote unquote dependent upon. And I'm like, dude, that's what a partnership is about. Both people are supposed to bring something to the fucking table. But then they're
right.
trying to twist it, fucked up worldview. She doesn't have a future. He doesn't have a future. Come struggle with me. And so, two two struggles equal one whole person. Like, man, fuck that. Who the fuck is gonna sign up for that? Nah, fuck that.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, but I mean, like, and nobody, I don't think anybody would want to be with somebody that couldn't offer them anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh,
If you don't want to do shit, you would.
I mean, but these people don't want to bring substance. They are the substance. Know how like, confused and very ignorant fucking women
this
used to
is what
say,
they're
I
calling
am the table?
substance, though.
No, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
a
They
man that
made it
don't want to
substance.
don't want to be productive in society. What do you think he expects from a woman? All they talk about is some woman cooking and cleaning for them. That's all they care about. They don't want to have a conversation with her. They don't barely want to take the woman nowhere. They don't want to do anything that creates a meaningful, sustainable relationship. She just essentially the maid
So
in
she's
the
a wife
house
appliance.
that
Yeah,
he
yeah,
can
yeah.
slap
A
cheeks
wife
with.
Yeah.
appliance. Okay.
Yeah.
They don't
I mean,
care.
because
They
what
don't
they
want to do
want,
shit. That's
yeah,
why
because
they
what
sit
they
up in.
want,
Go ahead, man. It's
okay.
tomorrow.
Yeah, what they have is they have this internalized pimp hole relationship inside their head where they don't
Uh-huh.
have to do shit and the woman have to broker both sides of the relationship. These are the type
Jesus.
of confused, stupid motherfuckers that you're actually talking to.
Right.
Because I have a gang of these type of dumb motherfuckers in my family who live in the South, and they live down there for a very specific fucking reason. Because nothing is fucking required in them. That's why they fucking live down there. But you have to understand that that's just a choice. I could go over Xbox Live and help they motherfucking kids make more money than they motherfucking parents in fucking 6 or 8 months. That's what I've been doing. Getting these kids disconnected from that fucking dumbass mind frame and going to experience life. Because the problem is these people internalize the shit, thinking there ain't no way out of it. I'm like, bro, we don't live in like 1940s Black America where you literally couldn't leave and go nowhere. Like you can
Right.
literally change your motherfucking life easily, and it's like there's all these programs out there, and these kids don't know nothing about it because they nothing ass motherfucking parents don't fucking tell them about it.
Right.
Listen, the moment we can keep it real with these motherfucking kids, the moment they're gonna go straight to the fucking money. They're gonna go straight to the money and
Yeah.
separate from these fucking people and find somebody else to fucking deal with. I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
we're under attack by our own fucking people. That's the issue. We are under attack by black men. I mean, I don't think swirlers is that much of an issue because they already want to suck white dick anyway. If they want to pursue it that bad, they'll find some motherfucker over there. But you have these dumbass black men who can't find people to couple with, which is extremely fucking good,
Hmm.
but still dangerous because they still out here
Hmm.
trying to recreate more and more of the same problem.
Listen. Like I just be exhausted with it, like I'll be honest, like I don't get so deep into it that I'm as nuanced as you guys are. I look at it from a very like high surface level. And for me, even looking at it like that, there's a whole lot of fucking problems, right? Um, and got concerned because at the time when I became aware of it, I was, my son was a teenager at the time and he was being exposed to this through his friends. That's where my
Yeah.
concern came in. And so I'm freaking out trying to get like a contextual understanding of like the lay of the land, at least to what I cared sufficiently enough so that way I could help my son get around this because I can't control what his friends are showing him. All I can do is try to instill in him a set of values that I wanted for him. And even in that process, like going through that moment in time, which, thank God my son isn't a fucking degenerate. But like it was really scary for me, as a parent. It was super scary to have that experience because it's like it like I not having like a full understanding of like navigating influence of other kids around your child and having those conversations and then looking at the material and kind of confronting it head on. um it was just like because I remember even back then, I was like, I don't understand why younger men are not punching these old men that are like the loudest talking about this in the motherfucking mouth. Because these are the guys that are telling young boys to wait, to not interact with women, not get that
Yep.
socialization that they need to be
Yep.
productive, but instead
On
wait,
purpose.
do whatever, become an old man, and then fuck on young girls when you're missing a whole peer group that you're in, right? Like how is that okay to try to advise men for the older men to take the women away from the peer group of the younger boys,
Yeah, they
but
ain't
then
taking shit. Ain't no younger women going for that bullshit.
I'm just saying, but this is
Nah,
what they
and
were
and
advocating
that's another
for.
reason why they're mad too. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to fill the men full of so much apathy to where they don't try because they giving up. So if they keep breaking these breaking these fucking boys, they won't try. They won't get their shit together because they want to tell these boys that there is nothing at the end of the fucking table
Right.
for
Right, and
them
that's the
once you get
scary
your shit
part.
together from men who don't have their fucking shit together,
They don't
right?
got shit.
So yeah,
But the
That
the
was
point
but
that
that
I'm
was
making.
what was perplexing to me listening to this shit because I'm like, okay, I hear they messages, but what they got going on in their real life? Most of them ain't never formed no family. When BTS was around here pretending like he was a damn scientist,
A scientist. Are you serious?
yeah, BTS
yes,
kept telling everybody he was a chemist.
he said he was a self-taught chemist.
A
That's not a
self-taught.
lie. Yeah,
Okay.
he did say that. No,
I
I
mean,
mean, but when you got people who have literally given up, and that the only thing that's going to happen next is that you know BGS is going to shit in my head until it blossoms into some fucking big ass tree or something. Like that's what it is. He shits inside these dudes' heads every fucking day. These people have given up on fucking life. There's no way that they out here running shit like they claim that they want to run it. It's not possible.
And then I was watching Green Gorilla one day, and I watched how they get these men and their emotions, and then all them super chats and Cash App started rolling in. I said,
Yep.
this shit here is sad. This is real sad. Y'all know
It's
exactly what y'all
predatory.
doing.
Yeah, it's predatory. Yeah, it's predatory.
Yeah, y'all exploiting these men, telling them and the crazy part, I still haven't understood or could figure out like the whole 6 pack, 6 foot, 6 figure thing. And I'm just like, so let's look at logic. A lot of y'all got children. You was able to create a child with somebody, and you ain't got none of that 666 nonsense.
All
So
that shit was all a front. It was all a front. It was all about fake actual credentials. I'm a good man. I'm like, if you're such a good man, why the fuck do you want to be with a bad fucking woman? Why do you want that? Why do you want to just focus on the women that are the fucking problem? Seems to be a lot. That means that you should be able to dodge this shit a lot. But a lot of these dudes, they ain't with that shit. A lot of these dudes just want to sit here and complain about shit that they're not a part of. Can't help them. Can't help them. Sorry.
that's why they be talking
Chef
about.
Boyardee Ninja is crazy.
That's why they be saying it, and this don't make no sense either. They be like, yeah, her education don't matter. Okay, her education does not matter,
Man,
but you
look.
have no education. So you don't have no education. You don't have no job marketability, but her education don't matter. So she's supposed to get with you, and y'all supposed to do what?
No, like to them, you're not even supposed to be asking questions like that. You're supposed to just follow along with fuck nigga, and things are supposed to be good. That's what these
And
dumb niggas think.
you know the other thing I didn't understand? I was like, so those of you that have daughters, is that what you tell your daughter to do? No. So why are you sitting up around a bunch of men purporting a message that you wouldn't give your own child? I remember I was on, I think it was Sister George Neil show, and I asked them dudes, I said, so would any of y'all allow y'all daughters to date any of the men in the ministry? And the answer was a overwhelming no. Said, y'all know y'all ain't no good. And y'all trying to sit up here and convince the world that y'all the cream of the crop. And it's just these women that's out here that's just so horrible. I'm like, yeah, these women is horrible because they won't let you lead them to hell. That's the You ain't gonna take me on a trip to hell, and I'm gonna willingly go with you. You good? Go ahead by yourself. I'm good. Not going.
I'm telling you, and it's like people like, oh, well, you ain't got no kids, and I'm like, dude, it's so many people's kids, my brothers and sisters that I have to help through this shit. That and it's easy now. It's easy now. Shit, I know how to screen these motherfuckers like a motherfucker now. Listen, what are you doing with your life? Look, go get you a job, an actual career, and move out of that house. Once you move out of that house, you have a different peer group to deal with. You're gonna find good people on the way. If you're trying to find good people before you fucking get started, you're gonna be right along with this manosphere nigga shit. These motherfuckers ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere.
Nowhere. And look, I stay here because look, it's easy to just recite the history. It's easy to tell people what the outcomes are. Because they know when they live these fucking outcomes as soon as they turn this fucking live stream on. They know what the fuck is going on in their real life. They're not that fucking stupid. But at the end of the day, it's still an individual choice. Like it's an individual choice for BGS at like 70 years old. He's been 65 for like the last 10 years. And it's an actual choice for the individual to actually get the actual shit. Because if you can't manage a motherfucking internet connection, and if you can't stay away from fuck niggas online when it's free, how the fuck you gonna be able to accomplish something in the real goddamn world? Tell me how that happens. I don't know. Look, it's my job to make these people feel inferior. It is my job to make these people feel upset with themselves and fucking change or die trying. It's not your fucking job to be here trying to be America's next best failed fuck nigga. That's not your fucking job. Especially as a young ass dude. You have to tune in to a fake family because you can't live your own fucking life or go try some shit, and a bitch got to be perfect because you ain't got your shit together. Man, fuck out of here, man. I will never let these motherfuckers have access to my motherfucking nieces. You got to be out of your fucking mind. Shit, I roll up to him like, look, you better go jump on the dick of the dude that got the thickest fucking glasses on with a fucking future. You do not want to be like these other bitches in this family. Period. You ain't faced a level of fucking embarrassment when you sitting there with a kid that you don't want, with a nigga that you don't want to fucking be with. Yeah, that's real hell that you got to wake up to. Far less embarrassing than getting with a dude who got his shit together.
In fact.
I'm trying to fix this motherfucking shit. But there's some niggas that can't be fixed. And
Well,
it's great to see this.
Why you keep trying to save these manosphere shit? This shit is corrupted.
No. I'm trying to say the men who's ready to go. Who's ready to go. It's not that many. I'm going to say it's less than 5%.
They done corrupted the manosphere. The name is tarnished. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but that's what they wanted to do. I mean, you know, they did the same shit with hip hop. These niggas did the same thing with R&B. These niggas did the same thing with pro-blackness. Why the fuck was it not supposed to happen to the manosphere?
Well, it
These
ain't happen to
niggas
them
will
white
fuck up
boys.
everything. Well, some of them are on some relationship grift shit, but at the end of the day, they know a white woman ain't gonna be with them if they ain't got their motherfucking shit together. They know that.
Right.
No matter how much you complain. Here, it's not really all that internalized yet, because you got so many failed men who's trying to make a platform off of these lost men that they watch being created. Yes, they watch these men being created, and now they're trying to cash in on these lost men that they know don't know any better, not to look up to their dumb ass.
That's
I
some
agree. The
sad shit.
manosphere is tarnished, but at the end of the day, it's still an individual responsibility to lead this shit the fuck alone. Every
It
black
is.
motherfucker in America ain't what these motherfuckers are in the goddamn space. Just like,
Oh,
you
they
know what?
ain't.
Everybody ain't in no motherfucking gang. Everybody ain't out here slanging dope. Everybody ain't out here trying to fuck all these bitches. Ain't nobody doing none of that shit. There's only rarely that people are doing that, but people are living through the actual cosplay online shit of thinking that they're the type of dude. And that's why I don't leave. There's no real reason for me to leave. And there's no real reason for me to even people try to debunk what the fuck I say. They know how to be cowards and talk this shit behind my motherfucking back. Tell you what, them niggas don't put my name in no motherfucking title because I could bring my motherfucking ass right up there and stomp them niggas out on their own fucking panel. I don't fucking care. I live for the fucking moment for these niggas to do that shit.
That's funny.
I mean, but you gotta show that these motherfuckers are full of shit because some people can't be reached. They just need to just see that, you just ask people simple, challenging questions like, okay, what is the best productive situation you ever fucking lived around? And don't tell me the manosphere is that. What actual productive society have you lived around where men actually go to work and they take care of fucking business and they ain't complaining about bitches? Yeah, your turn. Answer the question. That's what it is. And once you put it to them like that, like, wait a minute. I ain't never been around no shit like that. Yeah, so so now they go from no experience to hanging out with the wrong people, trying to get the worst experience. And it's like, dude, these people are fucking playing you for a fucking fool. They can't stand you and your options and your choices and your potential. They're trying to destroy your fucking potential to make you like them.
Yep.
These motherfuckers can't stand you. I'm serious.
Yeah,
Look,
it's they youth. They still got their youth. They can't stand it because they shit theirs away.
yeah, when you got your shit together and you can just talk crazy to these niggas, because I'm not about to lose my motherfucking job, nigga. I own my shit. I don't
Hmm.
care. I don't need fake fuck nigga friends. I don't need that shit. I don't care about them. I tell them motherfuckers in a heartbeat, you know what? Less is more for me. The less niggas that are on bullshit, the more better it's going to be for everybody the fuck else. Period. I'm not trying to be friends with these niggas. I'm not trying to hang out with these niggas. I'm trying to fucking destroy these niggas. I don't fucking like these people. I fucking hate them. And I hate what they're fucking doing. And they know what they're doing is fucking wrong. They know it.
That's the sad part. I'm like, these motherfuckers ain't got no soul. That's crazy. They
Yeah,
some
that's what it
demons.
is.
They some
The thing
demons.
is, if these niggas had a Nicki Minaj in their fucking bed, at that point they was gonna conquer the world. If they
No, they
if,
ain't.
if they just had the bitch first. Because what type of woman would bow down and fucking be around some goofy ass shit like that? Like they never ask these type of common sense motherfucking questions. Look, when I didn't have my shit together, the best thing in the world was for a woman not to see the fucking goodness in me and try to no. Leave me the fuck alone until I fucking get my shit together. And then once I get my shit together, I gotta have sense enough to stay the fuck away from these issues that people claim that they're past, knowing that they're not past it.
Hmm.
It's better when you can have your shit together. God, going places, doing shit, ain't got nothing to fucking worry about. You ain't got to worry about dumb niggas' opinion on shit. You got a motherfucking vibrant fucking career, thriving fucking business. You ain't got to worry about nothing. And when the shit gets too bad, you can just close the fucking door and lock it. Fuck these niggas. Deal with that fucking silence that you created. But they're not trying to create that shit. They're trying to create problems so that way they can be the people, like I said, will give these people temporary relief from the shit that they ain't supposed to fucking be in. Last thing on the dumb nigga mind is fucking creating a black family. With these dumbass niggas, no. We got enough dumb niggas as it is right now. We are full of dumb niggas. Like, we don't need no more. We have enough dumb niggas for like the next 30-something fucking years. We don't need no more dumb niggas. And these people trying to create more.
Oh, so I'm sorry. I was on mute.
Because women ain't fucking these niggas.
Right. It's like what I told full circle a few months ago. It's 2024. Well, this is 2000. It's back around October. Oh, she must have left. I said you can't afford to be dumb. You can't. It's not affordable to be stupid and dumb in 2025. You know. Okay. Angelica said she got to drop down, getting calls for work. Okay. All right, then, Angelica. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Angelica. Cool. Yeah. Like
there's nothing wrong with the manosphere. There's something wrong with these old failed fuck niggas who want to be teachers of younger men that they didn't create. That's the real problem.
Well, y'all should dismantle their ass and put some real teachers up there. Because these niggas
but you can't do
that.
You can't do that because it's an algorithm. And if you're a lost, stupid motherfucker, you think that the more shit you look at is going to make you take more personal action than your regular ass life. And that's not how that shit works. It's never been how it works. But that's where we're at. And look, it's still socialization. Once these people start looking for answers in their real life, in their real neighborhood, they will get it. They just have to disconnect from these online dudes in order to be able to do it. But then again, it takes some courage on their part to say that they were wrong, to say that they tuned into the wrong people, to admit that, look, hey man, I wasted so much fucking time. I get this shit all the time. Like, there was a dude, he was living with his mother. Mother had died. He was one of these dudes who was taking care of his parents. That's all he fucking knew. 6 months later, this dude has a whole career, not worried about the shit he was worried about 6 months ago. On the road, seeing shit, taking pictures, having the time equity to think through shit rather than just going through bullshit. He's good. He's good. These people are not going to create that world, though. That world scares them. They need men dependent on failed men. That's what they're trying to create. I'm sorry. They're trying to create that world where failed men are dependent upon them.
But they ain't got shit. So how they going to depend on them?
They don't have any experience, nor the confidence, nor the common sense to separate from it. Remember, these people came here wanting answers to questions.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that answer to question became hang out with fuck niggas until I get a spot. So that way I could build my own, ballooning, poison ivy factory so that way I can infect the community myself for my own fucking benefit.
Right.
That's what it is. That's why these dudes are so fucking shallow. They fucking want to, we talking about people not even fucking 30 years old complaining about the 94 crime bill. Niggas, niggas come here for excuses on losing in life. That's why they here. It ain't the simple fact that you ain't got your shit together. It's because these bitches won't act right. It ain't because you ain't got your shit together. It's because, hey man, I ain't got enough game. And if I had enough game, I'll never be able to work. Nigga, that shit has never worked anywhere. And when you do have the money to do all that crazy, nasty shit, you're going to sound like this Diddy trial.
I know it.
Guess what the fuck you going to sound like?
Not the Diddy trial. Oh, my God.
Shit. That's what happens when these lost niggas do get their fucking money right. They go completely buck-ass fucking wild crazy. Now they want to control motherfuckers. Now they want to do this shit. Now they want to do that shit. Man, Diddy probably did this shit so many times, he don't even remember the names or the faces of these motherfuckers. Don't even remember. About to go to jail over shit you don't even remember. crazy. But look, there are people out here who do care. There are in the manosphere, but we are outnumbered nearly 100 to 1 with niggas who wanted to fuck this shit up for everybody. And that's why I stay. I know the name is tarnished, the brand is gone or whatever, but that's why I stay. So that way, on top of helping people in the real world with shit, I can help these motherfuckers in this shit too. It ain't gonna be that many, but at the end of the day, at least there's a counter argument. Even if you don't want to listen to it, that's what I'm here for. A historical counter argument. BGS know full fucking well. If you drop that fucking link, he's gonna get cooked on his own fucking panel. He can't fucking have that shit happening though.
Mhm.
So, and look, I'm glad he does dodge it because I'm telling you, I'm just gonna run through that motherfucker like the ultimate fucking warrior. I'm not gonna play games with you because what you're doing is bad, it's wrong, and it's fucking evil. And there is no woman on the planet that's more dangerous than a nigga that ain't shit that want to teach other people anything. Fuck that. No.
Yeah,
That person may have been born in a fucked up household, but having a fuck nigga as a finish in school, an online fuck nigga as a finish in school for this shit? Oh.
Yeah. Talking about he blaming women for him having kids and shit. Like nigga, you
No.
like
He
you read
admitted himself. He admitted himself. His first sexual encounter was with a fucking crackhead. He admitted that. He said that. I'm not making this shit up. He said on his own that he created 2 kids that ain't shit. That's not me doxing him. This is him saying this shit to other failed men. I'm not sure what credentials this give you to teach. I'm not sure what credentials this give you to teach. It gives you
but
credentials to shut
I
the
didn't know
fuck up.
that. See, that part I didn't know. I didn't know that.
He said it himself.
Cause like
Yeah.
oh shit. Yeah, cause he was trying to tell me, man, yeah, man, when women get DNCs, and he took a lot of women, especially his friends' girls, to the clinic so these women can get a DNC done. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, nigga, you going to take your friends' girls to a clinic to get a DNC done, to get her pussy worked on? I'm just sitting there like, I'm thinking about that, nigga. You a sorry ass nigga.
Super sorry.
Yeah,
Super sorry brothers, man.
And nobody
You
caught
have
on
like
to
the
that.
Mario shit. Like the
Yeah.
Mario shit, you just have like a black dude with fucking cornrows and shit. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Super sorry ass niggas, man.
A crackhead.
Sorry motherfuckers, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
He
see.
said this.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was a crackhead. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Look, man, at the end of the day, if this is what these dumb niggas want to look up to, just remain sexless while you do so. That's all I say. Remain sexless and everything will be fine. It dies with you.
Die with you. Yo. Oh shit.
Highlight yourself by complaining about shit that you're not qualified to do. And I'm just gonna sit here laughing at your dumb ass. Fuck that.
Yeah, but my jaw hit the ground when you said a crackhead. I didn't. It makes sense now. It makes sense now. It makes sense.
He didn't need to volunteer that information. He said it himself.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
His first
now.
experience was a fucking crackhead, and he got a woman pregnant because she was pretty. That's some shit he.
Yeah, and on that one video he was saying she got pregnant. She could have told me she was on the pill. She was not on the pill. Like nigga, as if though, man, it's all her responsibility. You supposed to wrap that shit up too, nigga. Shit.
No, but here we go again with niggas taking responsibility, man. That's not his job. It's her job to provide the ass and to make sure that she don't get pregnant. Both of them.
Yeah, exactly. Candy said the only way to do is taking his homeboy's girl to the clinic as if he was the one who got her pregnant. Yeah. Yeah, talking about yeah.
Nah.
I took many of my friends, girls to the clinic to get a DNC. I was like, I was asking niggas, have y'all properly get
Okay.
that flew over all them
That's
niggas
part of the
head.
question. That's
Yeah.
part of the question. The other part of the question is, was you smashing on the same bitch that you took to the clinic?
Oh,
Hey.
Oof. Oof.
Don't worry, man.
Yeah.
The sands of the hourglass are falling on these fuck niggas and these dumbass niggas that don't need women. In another 30 years, these motherfuckers will be up out of here and we'll have a better society once these fuck niggas are gone.
Uh-huh.
I'm not worried. These people been through hell. They got their money together. They're experiencing the part of life. They don't have to recover from 18 and 19 years of baby mama drama.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, look, man, not having kids is some of the best shit ever when you don't have your shit together.
Right.
You have no
Right.
built-in fucking excuses of not producing because you don't want to give it to a child that you don't want, man. Fuck that.
Oh, Mike B. It's a crack fiend, mama. It was a gynocracy, mama. Oh
like,
shit!
like what he don't understand is that he runs the gynocracy. He is the gynocracy. He's trying to warn the world about the threat that he is to black people. He's the fucking threat. What the fuck? This nigga's the goddamn threat. He is the fucking threat. He's the threat to black people that he's trying to tell people that the gynocracy is. No, nigga, you are the fucking threat. You are.
Mike B. Yo, shit. You ain't shit.
Hey man, look, I ain't shit either. I'm going to hell too. I got my bags packed. I got the fucking window seat. I got the fucking seat extender that's gonna slide across like 4 fucking seats. I don't give a fuck. As long as these niggas know what the fucking truth is, yeah, that's all we need to get. The goddamn truth.
Listen, Mike V. This should be a title of a video, man. That should be a title. Oh shit! Oh yeah. Definitely. This will be left. I'm definitely leaving this one up. I'm definitely.
I'm gonna cut this part out and post it on my channel when I was up here. All right.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Cool?
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. I give you. Like you got my permission. You got my permission. Cool. Yeah. I'm put this on the Discord on on Ty City's this Discord because them niggas going wild up in that motherfucker. Shit.
Oh, I bet they are.
Oh man, that shit's going crazy up in there, man. Shit. It's open warfare, that bitch.
Yeah, man.
But anyway.
I'm getting up through Kansas, man. It's real spotty on this fucking phone. I'm surprised this shit even fucking made it this far, man. But thanks for having me on. Thanks for letting me on.
RDMOT, I appreciate it. All right, man. Yeah. Y'all niggas cutting up. Yeah, man, on that. Yeah, man. I wish I had more days off during the week because I do my live streams during the week. It'd be when I'm off, it'd be, more people, but Fimo said we're going to help these men. 5 gourmet meals on a hot plate coming. Hot plate boys. Hashtag hot plate boys. Where is May at when you need her? Hot plate boys. Oh shit. But anyway, MOT, I appreciate it. I'm gonna hang this up, man, and Queen, I appreciate you being up here, and Angelica. So yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna see it.
Later.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna get off. So let me see if a whiny ass Sharon whine about. Hey, monetize no more. Yeah, nigga. Off luck, nigga. Shit. Anyway, let me get off. I got a video I need to do too though, because I got to talk about something else too though. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. I'm out. Peace.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.